Hey, what's up, guys? This is a Patron episode. Whatever. I don't know which one this is.
I gave up on counting.
Yeah, I gave up on counting.
Why?
Doesn't matter. And
Are you looking into the camera, or do you have that software on? Oh God, he has that software on.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I'm dialed in. All right.
Yeah,
I'm dialed in.
This is how he does his intros.
Yeah, but yeah, this is just the new norm. I think we should all get it and just stare. Imagine all three of our faces just staring directly into the camera at all times.
And I actually feel more engaged with you that you're looking at me.
Are you using it too, Brian? Or are you just staring into the camera?
He's just really good. He's trained his eyeballs.
You guys both put this on?
Yeah.
We're committed to the patrons. They like eye contact.
You guys never include me in your reindeer games. I can't even look at you, really. I'm going to keep looking over at this mom.
I want ropes. I want ropes.
You're kind of like my mom.
Yeah. Yeah, hey. Exactly. That's perfect.
Debauchery.
You're just trying to rile me up.
You're the one that put it there. It wasn't me.
He's like such a handsome dude.
He's like, so what? I got my penis sucked. I ain't gonna tell you who did it.
Yeah.
I'll kill you.
Ooh, that's illegal.
I was the whore that night.
I love spiteful angry bitch. That's
spiteful lying bitch, right?
I forgot I had a dog.
My dog.
Coughing up blood on her tits and everything.
Ow! Ouch!
That's like Hitman. Holy shit.
I'm done today, all right? I'm fucking worn out. Oh, man. Remember the game show? They gave me the soju stuff.
Oh, great. You're drinking that right now?
Yeah. And then I saw Ashley was streaming. I was like, what is the name of that stuff from the game show thing? And she told me what it was. And I called Abby. I was like, go get me a bunch of that.
It's good. It was.
She was right upstairs. She left the house immediately to go get it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I don't even speak to her anymore, just by phone call.
Yeah, she gets paged.
Yes, I got her a pager. I'm not gonna buy her a fucking phone. Yeah, it's just a direct. I got her a jitterbug, and the only phone number is mine because I'm incredibly jealous. But,
yeah.
And because you guys don't have any friends. Oh, yeah. I can't. Okay, keep talking.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Actually, speaking of not having friends, the most weird thing in the world, I had Willard and his girl friend, his lady friend.
His fuck maid.
Yeah.
I don't actually know. I don't know.
Friends with benefits. I don't know if they're dating. But I had them over to the house.
Future wife over and over again.
My kids were asleep, so I had to like sneak them in through the back door, which is like, I'm a grown ass man. I should be able to be like, welcome to my house.
You should be stomping in there.
I had to be like, shh. Come in through the back door, and they had to like tiptoe through the house because the fucking kids will wake up and walk out now. They figured out how to use doorknobs and stuff. Being like a dad to like little like 2-year-olds is a rough stage. They're not old enough to get things yet, but they're old enough to like use door handles, turn on the stove. Wait, do you have a problem with? I'm trying to have an engaged conversation.
What the hell is the problem?
You've never made eye contact in your life with a person. It's really weird. It's
what are you talking about?
Wait, are you trying to say Sam's autistic? He doesn't make eye contact with.
Dude, it's the two-factor of both of you looking like I feel like I'm about to be like molested or something. But okay,
come on, just join us, man.
Yeah.
Chill with us, man. Come on, this is a chill ass stream, man.
Lock eyes with the camera. Come on, man.
Dude, I'm about to put on some like sunglasses or something, but. Okay, no, you guys keep. What were you saying? Willard?
Yeah.
Willard was in your home.
His kid was sleeping, and he didn't want to wake him up.
Yeah,
classic dad moment.
That's basically having friends. Yeah, is not a possibility anymore. It's
having
strictly
friends and having
friends.
kids and a family. That is like I'm sure everybody in this that's listening to this can relate to that.
Yeah.
Well, you can have friends that have kids themselves, right?
No, I fucking hate kids. I don't want to talk to. I don't want to talk to somebody else's goddamn kids. They can go fuck themselves
with the kids. Friends with
I don't want to see them.
Oh
yeah, kids
don't want to look.
Kids are like
you guys.
Kids are like the help. I don't want to see them.
You can afford a babysitter and have like date nights or something, or.
Dude, have you seen all the babysitters like beat up kids and molest them and shit? I'm not.
Yeah, have you seen all those videos where they fucking
nanny cams?
No, what part?
As soon as the parent leaves the house, in the nanny
cam, it turns into a game of Blitz the Lead or some shit. Like he's just getting fucking thrown around.
The babysitter's always doing the Bowser throw with the kid, grabbing him by the heels and spinning.
Sometimes they get like their boyfriend to show up and tag team them.
Yeah,
it's brutal.
It's rough, dude. So yeah, I don't do that kind of stuff. I just leave them in the house by themselves. I figure they're safer that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How will? Oh, yeah. I can't even think.
I didn't know it turned off.
Dude, chin up, Poob. Chin up. Look up.
Chin up.
Yeah, give us some goddamn eyesight here. Come on,
Dude,
dude.
I've got an eye patch I should put back on.
You should put on two
eye patches.
You should put on two eye patches.
And an eye patch.
Have them cross and cover both eyes.
That would be so badass.
Have you played the new Hitman update?
No, I still. What does it add?
It's fucking. They like remade the game with an update. It's free.
And it's like roguelike.
It's a roguelike.
Or Tarkov.
Oh, I love roguelike.
Yeah. It's like you go
it's
out
so
with your
fucking addictive. It's so good.
It's good, yeah. And like you go out with little guns and stuff, or you find little gizmos, little gadgets, and then if you die, you lose them. And things get progressively harder. But each mission's like an elusive target. They're like, you're looking for a person with earrings and brown hair, and they're dehydrated, and they might have a limp or something like that. And then they give you like 4 or 5 plausible people that it might be, and you have to sit there and like walk around and figure out who it is. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But what I like to do is I like to find one person that's like living in a house, and I'll kill their plumber and dress up like their plumber. And interact with them.
Plumber here to fix your pipes.
Yeah, and then I'll kill their husband and dress up like their husband, and they're like everybody in their life is me.
And they just don't pick up on it.
Yeah, they never pick up on it.
You guys are even drinking at the same time while staring at me. Singularity. The robots have taken over. You guys watching any good movies or anything lately? Any video games?
Nah, just Better Call Saul. I've been working on.
You've been watching? Yeah. That's a slow burn.
Is it a slow burn?
And then this last season is just like it's like you're setting up dominoes. You're setting up dominoes for fucking 4 seasons. How many seasons is it? 4 seasons. And in the 5th season, the last season, it's just like, ding. You know what I mean? It's all coming down. It's worth the payoff. It's worth the payoff. It is worth the payoff. If you're bored out of your mind, sit through it until you get to season 5.
I thought it was. I've been on the edge of my seat for every episode.
It's good. No, it is good, but some people are like,
believe it or not, by the way, you guys shit on me big time because I was like, hey, I started watching a show. Poob, prolific consumer of media. Brian, prolific consumer of media and games. And then I was like, hey, I'm watching Better Call Saul, and I was like 2 episodes in or something, and then you laughed at me because it was like a month later, and I was still 2 episodes in. I'm halfway through season 2. I've been cranking through.
Nice.
Baller.
Yeah.
Baller.
Have you been watching Last of Us at all? Either of you?
No, I get one thing at a time. Come on.
That's just too.
It's weekly, though.
It's too woke for me. I ain't watching that.
Weekly?
What's woke about it?
I don't know.
They put Pedro Pascal. No, I don't think that's... The main internet weirdo complaint has just been that they don't like the little girl for like.
I don't want to fuck this one.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, it's a weird. Like everyone's just like, she's too ugly. I'm like, wait, who? Fuck?
Wait, isn't she supposed to be like 11?
Dude,
or
it's
something?
season 1.
She does
it's
a really
season
good
1,
job,
man.
yeah.
This is like pre.
I've never even played the game, but I think
that's like watching Game of Thrones and being like,
I think I'm gonna
I don't want to fuck Arya. Like,
this is the worst, bro.
Like, she's like an 11-year-old girl. Like, what the hell?
I know.
It's just
and then you see people
internet.
posting, calling her like Quasimodo and shit. And it's like, let off, dude. She's a kid.
Yeah, and this girl was in Game of Thrones. She's the little like Mormont or whatever.
I did recognize
her.
her.
Giant Slayer girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know. The show's pretty good, so I'll probably play the game eventually.
Does she have a British accent in that, or
no?
Oh shit!
She does not.
Oh, that bitch got range.
Yeah. I think it's like
multiple accents. That's incredible.
Yeah, I can't even do one.
Pretty big requirement for an actor of their British accent. I think she might be British, though.
Do you think it's harder for someone that's American to do a British accent, or harder for a British person to do an American accent?
I honestly think it's the American doing British, because there's so many fucking actors that I'm like, holy shit, they're British.
Oh yeah,
because they do like American voices the whole time.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
That surprise happens more.
He's British. Like again, like
yeah.
I
think he's Irish actually.
Oh my god, it's even more scary.
Yeah, and not only does he have a good American accent, but he's got multiple. He's done Lincoln. He's done Daniel Plainview. He's done That retarded guy that
Gangs
paints with
in
his
New
feet.
York.
Gangs in New York.
That guy
Butcher.
he's nuts.
Yeah, he comes up with a completely different accent each time. Awesome. What a talent.
Yeah.
What a good guy.
Okay, whatever.
Let's suck his dick some more because nobody else does. Underrated actor for sure.
Top 5 underrated actors. He's
all right.
right
Now
there.
let's talk about another unheard of Jim. Spielberg.
Buffalo 66.
Spielberg?
No,
the
not-
movie I keep telling you to watch.
You know the guy that directed that? He gets his penis sucked on for real until completion in that movie Brown Bunny.
I did not know that.
Wait, really?
It's just
The,
the only movie
the
I-
director, he was like, "Hey, like, what if in this scene you suck my penis till I come, and then we put it in the movie?"
It's integral to the story.
And it is
It's, like,
just
huge.
a close-up, legit blowjob from this actress. I forget her name, but she's like, you'll see her and you'll be like, "Oh, it's that lady."
And Spielberg
Well,
kept fucking up the take on purpose.
he
He kept like
atoned.
farting and shitting.
They got Kubrick to direct it, and he was like, "Do another. We need 5 or 6 takes." And he's like, "You gotta let me rehydrate."
I didn't like the way his fucking glob of
I
cum
want
shot out. You're gonna have to do it
ropes.
again.
I want ropes.
He did like the opposite in this movie because the main girl the whole time's like, "Let me hug you, let me kiss you," and he's like, "No, you're disgusting. Like, get back." Like he's just a total freak in it. But I don't know. I like the movie.
Wait, he acts in his own movie in that one too?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. I mean, he
Not
wrote
much
the
of an actor.
screenplay and then made the direction or whatever. I don't know why he said he made the direction. He's a director.
I feel like
he
starring
just
in your
looks
own
weird
movie.
in it. He's got that like model bird face,
Yeah.
and he wears some pretty ridiculous
Starring in
outfit
your
that's
own
pretty
movie,
badass.
what?
Starring in your own movie is exactly what I'd do if I could make a movie.
Yeah, it's like making
Like
a
Quentin
YouTube video,
Tarantino?
like a high quality YouTube video. If you star in your own movie,
I guess
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, and I make myself have to come. in
Yeah,
the
I'd
movie.
make I'd make that movie Nymphomaniac.
And Selma Hayek's my wife in it.
Mm-hmm.
She's fighting.
And mid '90s Monica
Scarlett
Bellucci is
Johansson.
also in it.
Yeah.
And yeah, Scarlett Johansson from
what does mid '90s Monica Bellucci look like?
Shot.
Just like a bunch of hot chicks.
Yeah, she's the French lady from Matrix.
Let's see.
The second one, Matrix Reloaded or whatever.
All you had to say was French lady in Matrix. And
yeah.
my little kid
Okay.
self just got a boner again
I know,
thinking
right?
about that. Yeah, that was
Doing.
great.
You know, boing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get your jaw harp out or whatever.
Oh shit! Where the hell is that thing?
Mm.
I fucking lost it. No.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm sorry.
God, you're not even making
It's
a
not
noise.
making noise.
with
Yeah,
it.
it's not.
Yeah.
What?
you
It's not
actually
making
just
any
look like
noise?
you
It's
can
not
look like a
picking up?
You're the worst jaw harp player of all time.
It's
not
totally picking
up.
up on my OBS mic, dude. Don't even let. It's not-
It's not
you guys
making
don't hear
noise.
it, but let me tell you something. The patrons are gonna hear a melodious white trash Appalachian shanty, and that what they're called? Like a little jig that you
A
dance
ditty,
to.
a little ditty?
Yeah, a little ditty.
Oh, a little jig.
Yeah, kind of like it's like a little inbred pirate jig.
Little ditty about Jack and Diane.
Do you actually have to like eat it? Like, what's the point of putting your mouth on it? You're just doing this.
Because your teeth reverberate. They cause like
there's
I
science
love how
behind
like
that, okay.
even when I'm out of focus, my eyes remain.
Oh, it's
what the hell?
creepy,
That looks
dude.
frightening. That look.
Yeah, all right, there's the thumbnail. Stop. No, put that in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but apparently
That
when
is
you
good,
put
though.
this thing up to your teeth, you put your teeth like right here, and then you flick
Oh,
this
okay.
thing. Apparently you can chip your fucking teeth. And
that's
and
a
I
cool
was
ass
I was
instrument.
drunk as shit playing it on stream with Lisa and some other people. And the guy while I was playing it was just like, you can fuck up your teeth. Like, it's a really common injury with those. And apparently people just knock like the tips of their teeth off playing them.
What do you mean some guy
Jesus
said that?
Christ.
Like some jaw harp pro or something?
Enthusiast,
Some
yeah.
enthusiast?
He seemed like he was he was the authority on it. Yeah.
Did
So
he
that's the most
have-
pretentious name for what that is. A jaw harp? Really? It's a fucking harp to you? That is.
Well,
that
technically,
is-
I think the derogatory name for it is the Jew harp.
the Jew,
But
is
the
it Jew harp?
part is still there.
Yeah. So technically, harp is the true nature of the beast.
If it's a Jew harp, wouldn't it be like a fucking you play it off your nose then?
Maybe. You think
If it's
I
gonna
can
be-
stick
if
the
they might as
prongs
well
up
go
there?
full stereotype, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's called. I think it's called that because of how cheap they are. It's like a cheap instrument.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
which is why not have like the little jug or the washboard or whatever.
Yeah.
Why isn't it called the white trash harp? Because every other instrument they fucking use, it's like a banjo with 2 strings, a moonshine jug that you blow into, and then a fucking like a one of those old clothes washer things that you rub your knuckles on. And they go, Jewish people are the cheap ones, not us. We're gonna call it the Jew harp.
We're a whole band.
Yeah, we got this expensive shit like the washboard.
You know what? The cheapest instrument's just whistling. So maybe
that is pretty cheap. A good foot
Vocal
tap.
chords.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Foot tap will carry
Slapping
you.
your knees and shit. You know.
Shake an egg. Tap your feet and whistle.
Egg?
Yeah, an egg filled with beads or whatever.
I think meant just like an egg. Like
Yeah, well,
uncracked
I guess-
egg.
Dude, if Abby's
Yeah,
got
the
like
sound
nothing
of
to worry
eggs
about
cracking.
except for the price of eggs.
Oh my god,
apparently.
why is that?
She's
and
fucking
I
crying
just
to
don't
you
really
every
eat a
day.
lot of eggs, but like, what? How expensive are they? Because I keep hearing everyone talk about
I know
this.
that's all boomers are talking about. It's like, eggs are fucking because there's an avian flu happening and all the goddamn chickens
Like,
are sick
how
and
much
dead.
are they though?
They've like quadrupled in price.
So
And eggs are fucking
How
I
much
think,
can
I,
a
I think it's like
banana
$6-7 for a pack of 12
per
or something.
carton. Yeah.
okay, that's a
$7
lot more
an
expensive,
egg
but
carton,
still, like,
$1.
you still spend less than a.
We're seeing.
Well, now
Yeah,
she's
it's not
talking
this-
about getting chickens. She's like, we could just get
Oh
chickens.
my
I'm like,
god!
I think like
crazy
getting like
crack smoking mind, lady. Just wait a
one
year.
coop would be just like a year's
difference
worth of
in
eggs.
price, yeah.
like, but I think she just wants something to take care of.
Doesn't she have 2
They have
daughters?
2 kids.
Yeah.
Oh, but we take care of those
And a
every once in a
dumbass
while.
husband. Like, what is she worried about? She wants
Yeah.
more.
Sometimes I
You're
get
mess.
lost down here, and I fucking and she has to come find me. Help!
Just see the jaw
She
harp
finds me.
fucking-
I'm just like facing the wall, the corner of the room.
Yeah, screaming
Honey,
like bloody.
How did the house get so small?
I'm freaking out.
No, actually, I was last night. I was taking a shit,
You
and it
weren't
was
doing that.
so dead quiet in the house, and I heard skittering on like above me on the ceiling, and I called her. I was like, "Are you moving up there?" She's like, "No, I'm laying dead still. I'm pretty sure there's like a mouse or something in my ceiling."
Oh,
And so now I'm gonna have to go like fucking like pump my floor system full of gas and light it on fire or
Oh,
something.
you
I'll find a way to
call
get it
Steve.
out.
call
Put a
Steve.
little-
I'm not gonna
Okay,
call
let's
Steve.
Find that
He's,
thing and
he's gonna come out with a
stab it through the
goddamn
wall.
katana and like destroy that thing.
Just cut a hole in your ceiling and put your dog in there.
Yeah.
My dog's scared of lizards.
It's like a little
dude.
hound dog,
No,
right?
she's a hound dog, but she's a pussy.
Put your kid in there and tell them if they find
Yeah.
it, they get to keep it as a pet.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
My kids are light enough; they could crawl on drywall
Yeah,
without
just-
falling through.
Yeah, just tie a rope around them. It'll be fine.
Would they win a fight against a? What if it's a rat? Like a New York
Wow.
City rat.
Dude, I think they could
But then
pop
send
it.
both of them in. Send both of them in.
I think the safe thing to do is send my kids in there with a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gun and a
Give them a
flashlight.
big one just in case there's multiple.
I'll give them a K-bar for their teeth, and then
Yeah.
a flashlight, and they'll go in like a like.
Well,
they're
don't
in
give them a
Vietnam.
flashlight. Give them a lighter,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Die Hard.
yeah. They're going through.
And tape guns to their backs that they can use in a pinch.
Is that from Die Hard? I've only seen
Yeah,
that
lighter
from,
thing
Yeah,
in the vent?
the
Yeah.
duct tape pistol to the
Yeah.
back.
What do you mean is that from Die Hard?
I thought that was from It's Always Sunny. I've never seen Die Hard.
They were
You've
parodying
never
Die
seen-
Hard.
There's
They were
so
making
many
fun of
things
Die
to
Hard.
parody that. You've never
Yeah.
seen Die. He even goes in the vents and it's like got the lighter and shit.
Yeah,
How? That is so weird.
yeah. I've never seen it.
That's
It's
that's
too
just
much
one
of
of
a-
those. Like a lot of people have a movie where it's like, how have you not seen that?
Yeah,
You've
that's
never
mine.
seen-
And
That's
I've
crazy.
never seen Casablanca.
I've seen a
either.
shitload of
Never
movies.
seen Gone
I
with the
think-
Wind.
We should watch a
think those
movie a
are
week,
less.
guys,
Never
together.
seen.
Yeah, we should do movie review podcast.
Oh hell
yeah,
yeah!
well, let's
That's my
watch a
dream
movie
one
and then
day.
we'll review it right after.
Just
On
review
here.
media I consume. That'd be awesome. And there's just no scale rating or anything. I just either say if I smiled or not.
Yeah, yes or no.
That seems
really.
like your
That's the
criteria
ultimate.
for like watching movies. Like, yeah, I watched it. I recommend it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Have
Just
you
yes
ever
or no,
seen
man.
like what's one movie that you were just pissed off and you never want to see again and you would not recommend it to someone? Look me in the eyes when you answer that.
I mean, I really have to think on that.
Raise them eyes up, buddy. Look me in
Usually,
the eyes.
usually
Die Hard
movies like
4.
that. Movies like that, I probably walked out on it. I don't remember the name, so
Yeah.
it'd be hard.
I don't know. I'm not really a quitter when it comes
Most
to movie.
musicals, I don't know.
You
I
don't
like
have
musicals.
a single movie that you're like, that was just bad.
Of course, I mean, I'm sure I've got movies that
Jurassic Park.
the
World.
newer ones.
Yeah,
yeah.
one
those
where
were
there's like
very
a
good.
super
God, okay,
invisible
well,
raptor with
Dude,
missiles.
Star Wars Episode 8 and 9. Yeah, those are like made me like actually angry in the theater.
Which
Just
ones
out
are
of like
those?
nerd rage. The two newest of the Ryan Johnson and the J.J. Abrams one. They just infuriated me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they made me real sad and angry.
I haven't seen them. I did see Rogue One, and
Rogue
I
One's
enjoyed that.
really good. Rogue One, I think, is actually definitely my top 3 favorite. It's so
I
good.
never got hype in a Star Wars movie, but when the Darth Vader reveal at the end of that,
Vader go through the hallway. Yeah, it's a great scene.
There's a
Yeah, it's a
Darth
great
Vader
scene.
reveal in Rogue One.
I'm assuming that's a cliche take because you finished my sentence for me.
No, it's
But
just
it
like,
was
it is like one
badass.
of the coolest moments in
Yeah.
a Star Wars movie. It's really cool.
Not only that, but
Spoiler.
like the force that's used in the earlier movies is like, it's so hokey. Like it's like obviously wire effects and it just looks like shit. But the way Vader like yanks that guy up and slams him into the ceiling and is like crushing him up into the ceiling. And the guy's like,
It's bad. It does a great job of showing like the horror of someone that strong. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do? They're all just like pounding
they're
on the
like,
glass.
here.
Yeah.
And he's just slow
great.
walking. Yeah, he's
And
badass.
then they're like, just take the fucking card. Like, they just know they're dead. It's awesome.
That would be great if they went to go grab for the card and then he pulls it out and it's just the guy's hand, like
Yeah.
Jurassic Park style.
Jesus
Like Vader and
Christ.
cut that fucker off.
Yeah, and then Vader's like eating all the dead bodies. He's on his hands and knees eating. He takes his helmet off. He drinks all their blood.
Wait, he can't wear the helmet. He has to wear it at all times.
No, he can take it off, but
okay.
it's like he has like a little pod that he takes it off in most of the time.
When he takes it off outside the pod, he just screams uncontrollably.
Ow! Ouch! He's got like a ton of
shit.
apparatus. Well, you've seen what he looks like, yeah, when he's like how fucked up he was before
Why
they
did
put
that
him in
happen? Why does he look like that?
Because
he fell into a volcano or something.
Arms and legs cut off, and then he got burnt by lava until he was just like a little chicken nugget. And then
What a dork.
yeah, I know.
They somehow
Pussy.
restored that guy. I would just throw him in and be like,
Yeah.
fuck that guy. Like,
There's actually,
Irredeemable.
the other day I saw a video. It was like, why didn't he just leave him there and just start from scratch? And it's like,
Yeah.
well, he like groomed this guy for like 20 years. Like, might as well see if you can fix him or whatever.
Wait,
Also,
wait.
the Emperor had a slight.
You're
What?
telling me that like you're talking about Obi-Wan, right?
I'm
Like,
talking about Anakin turning into
no,
Darth Vader.
Anakin got groomed.
He got groomed by
but
the Emperor.
oh, okay.
Yeah, by
I was about to say
Emperor
like who
Palpatine or
brought
something.
him back?
The Emperor.
The Emperor. Why didn't
guys.
Why didn't the guy just like that? It cut off his arms and legs and what have you? Why didn't he just like roll him back into the lava?
That's what I would
Because
say.
like
Just
when
go-
he left him, he just like thought he'd die, basically. And also, it's like his son brother guy, so he
Yeah.
just like he really didn't want to kill him.
Oh, why didn't he
So-
force like pick up some lava and then like dump it on his head?
put it on his
Why
head.
didn't
Yeah.
he just like keep putting his head in the sand and down there?
Why didn't he force push a pillow over his fucking mouth or
Why
something?
didn't he like slowly burn him to death while he screamed and then like keep feeding him lava?
That's
I don't know.
that's a great question. Like
Yeah.
if you're forget the whole like I can just squeeze your aorta with like the force or whatever. Why didn't they just like take a guy that you could use the force, put him in a goddamn like I'm a maid outfit, and then just while one of these fuckers is sleeping, just like force strangle them or something, or like force a pill down their fucking throat into their gullet.
I mean, probably the most real answer is because it's Star Wars. It's like a space opera, so there's just a lot of things could be done differently and more realistic. It's not, it's fantasy shit. It's not like Star Trek. Like, I'm like, these phasers are real. Like this technology could exist.
I guess
not
it's
for
a,
nerds.
it's a
Jocks.
movie. There would be no
Yeah.
movie
Do
for
that.
sure.
Yeah.
But they should at least hint like in Dune where they have like that one guy that's tries to assassinate the main guy with that little remote control bug. Like they should have had at least like one assassination attempt
There
because
is an
I feel like
assassination attempt with the little robot bug in Star Wars.
Is there actually?
Yeah,
They
and
stole that from Dune.
against who?
Dune's against I'm pretty sure
Darth
Padme.
Vader? Oh.
It's in Attack of the Clones. Jango Fett's
Yeah, that was back when they were more creative.
Is that a cartoon?
No. In the fucking just episode 2. This is so weird talking Star Wars with you guys.
Yeah, because we don't know anything about Star Man.
I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
what
why don't
happened?
they just like all kill each other and fuck and stuff?
You're
and
telling me
like,
this
like-
future ain't got goddamn nukes and shit?
Yeah.
Like they got a Death Star, but they ain't got a fucking like I don't know, intercontinental ballistic missile? Like fucking bomb that guy's little pod while he's taking a nap.
Bomb it, yeah.
I don't know, because there's just a lot of finessing and finagling and George Lucas just making dumb choices and shit. And
How come like the bad guys get lightning and the good guys get like pushing people?
Yeah.
it's like the difference between the dark side of the force and the light side.
Hey,
And-
what?
Is evil electricity? Are like the good guys Amish? They don't like.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
live on
Good
that little
guys
desert
yeah.
planet in a hut.
That's canon. Yeah,
They're
they
They're fucking
they don't
Mennonites and
trust
shit.
electricity. They think it's
Right.
the devil, and the devil's
Yeah.
real.
Okay,
And
At least
in
in
their
this
world,
world, yeah.
Jesus and the devil are real.
that's awesome. Okay,
Christianity is a big part of it.
I'm gonna watch these more now. Is
Yeah,
there
you should.
I need to watch them.
is there
You
like
should watch The
religion and stuff?
Mandalorian.
And
Oh, I mean, yeah.
you know what?
Yeah.
Honestly,
Like
I
who?
get
Like
the
they believe in Jesus
Mandalorian
and
as
stuff?
like it's just like a serialized Western. It's like the
Yeah,
Rifleman.
it's good.
But
Yeah.
I love that format. I think that's an awesome
I
format.
think that show rocks. I think it's doing a lot of good work for. There's been so many bad projects lately where I'm just like either getting burnt out or have just been like so underwhelmed.
They have a lot of spin-offs too.
Yeah,
It's fucking
they just have
ridiculous.
like they've just made so many where it's like it seems so simple to make something people would enjoy
Good.
with
Yeah.
what they have. And really the only one that's been really consistent is the Mandalorian. You would actually maybe like if you liked Rogue One, Andor just came out and it's like a much more grounded like anti-emperor, anti-jail system shit, and it's just like no one's like a Jedi in it. There's no lightsaber battles. It's just
just guys rocking
it's
out
just
on
the
the
dude
planet.
from Rogue One, his like origin, the Cassian or whatever.
Yeah, because I by no means am I a Star Wars guy. I don't think Brian's a Star Wars guy. But
I've
I
seen
am
one. I've seen Revenge of the Sith. I've seen the one where he gets cooked in a lava.
Yeah,
so
but
you
like
do
I
know
am
what happened to it.
But
I am very interested in like it's such an obvious like universe to make a good show out of.
Dude,
or like
Andor
good media.
is so slept on from like the media and everything, and like people watching it just because I think it is like it's not like a cameo heavy or anything, but like Andy Serkis is in it, and he does like an incredible job. There's just a lot of cool.
isn't that the guy that fucking snubbed you?
Andy Serkis.
No, never mind. That's
Nub me Gollum. The guy,
Yeah,
you know, okay,
that's-
this is completely off topic, but you know it's another like I feel like underrated.
Oh, okay, never mind. Wrong guy.
The goddamn new Planet of the Apes movies were
where
really
he
good.
mocaps everything.
Yeah, and Andy Serkis is Caesar. I feel like those are like really good movies, and I don't really.
Wait, I thought those were real monkeys.
Yeah, well, they
The
are
fuck?
some of them. Yeah, just Andy Serkis is mocapped, and he was
He has like
horrified
the perfect
entirety
name
of
for a
filming.
guy that contorts and does mocap weird shit.
Yeah, sir.
Circus.
Yes, I'm
I know people used to call him
Andy
Circus Freak, and yeah, I don't know. He seems like a cool guy.
He does actually.
He's kind of like a Will. I feel like him and Willem Dafoe together would do some really cool, freakish man. Just be
They have the
freaky
same
men
goblin
together.
look.
Yeah. They should be in a movie where they play like circus freaks.
I would pay a lot of money to look like Willem Dafoe. That guy looks like a fucking.
I've heard he's got a
freak.
huge cock, so yeah. I would
Nah,
pay.
I want my
you
penis,
got a
but I
big
want
freak
his
Oh, like
Oh.
freakish visage.
his face, but not minus all the perks.
Yeah, I want
Just
his
the face.
old face as a young man. I think would be cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so scary.
That would
And
be
like
a-
he has he has like Jim Carrey control over his face, but he just looks more like a goblin. So
Yeah.
it's just
And
yeah,
talk
definitely-
about inspired like casting for the Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Like they were like, should we even put a
looks
fucking
like a
mask on
goblin?
this guy?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
Well.
just paint him green.
dude,
Yeah,
that
spray
is.
paint him.
I'm like a huge. I love the first Spider-Man and all that stuff. I love Green Goblin. I even like the suit, but yeah, a lot of people complain because they're like, you've got a guy that literally looks like a goblin and can do insane shit with his face. Why not just have him not wear a helmet most
I thought
of the
they
time?
had like the prosthetics.
Have you seen? I
in
was just going to
pre-production,
pull up.
yeah.
Have
They
you
did
seen
like
the-
makeup to him, and that's about it.
Well, no, it's an animatronic.
What?
The original mask they have for it is so
They should've
fucking
painted
cool.
him.
It looks badass, and then they ended up going for like basically a paintball mask.
Yeah, and then it becomes like a motorcycle
really?
helmet, which
Yeah.
I honestly, I mean, probably mainly because I was a kid and shit. Like, I don't mind it at all, but I get why people. I mean, it's just a good idea, and I think they did a great job in the new Spider-Man of just. They're like, okay, let's just have it be Willem Dafoe's freaky fucking face the whole time, and he just plays. He's like the best part of that movie. Hold on, I'm just gonna post it in here for posterity. Look how fucking cool this mask is for the year too. Oh.
I have to
Click that
log
link,
in.
no, I don't. I think if you just click the link, you don't have to.
Make it. You send a
The
Facebook
original
link.
mask
You
created by
fucking-
Green Goblin.
Oh, that's horrific. I don't like
That
how
is
big his
fucking
eyeballs
scary.
are. That's
Oh yeah, well, it's just like
scary
the
as shit.
original. I bet it
That's
would be
horrifying.
different. But they put like a lot of work into this, and then
Yeah.
just scrapped it. But it's
Imagine
cool
being
looking.
the VFX guy that
Yeah, you can actually
made
see his
that.
like mouth and shit. Yeah.
And actually, you want to hear about the biggest
my
robbery
magnum
ever?
opus.
In 2011, they made a prequel to The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing.
Oh yeah,
And it sucked ass. But the point is that they did, one of the main gripes of it was like all the effects look like dog shit. And then it turns out they had a behind the scenes documentary. Apparently they did full ass practical effects of the entire movie, and they looked incredible. And then during screenings, they were just like, "Oh, you should go over it with like digital VFX," and they just made it like look like it was an
And
Unreal
trashed it.
Engine. Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like it's like a Gears of War. It's like super shiny for
Put
no
a filter
reason.
over it.
Yeah, and so like the surrounding environment looks like, you know, has regular light reflections and stuff, and then like the effects are super glossy and weird looking.
Yeah.
And the whole
Oh,
movie just
God.
kind of looks like shit.
It's
Which
such a
is-
weird thing to do too with that IP, like where
Yeah.
it's just known for its practical effects and stuff.
Not only that, but they made the monster into like an idiot. Like it didn't in the
I haven't
first
seen
movie.
the new one.
The first movie, it did so many like conniving little things. It sabotaged the blood stocks they had because it predicted they were going to do blood tests. It stole the keys to the all the vehicles. It sabotaged the helicopter. It was doing all this shit to make sure that.
It was like Imposter from Among Us,
Yes.
and
Yeah,
now
exactly.
And then
like
in the second movie, it's
not
like a
Imposter.
slasher. It's just like, I'm the monster, and like ran at them,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, this movie fucking bites so bad.
It's like
That's
when a
so
rookie's the
unfortunate.
imposter in Among Us, and
Yes.
they don't have any finesse.
That's the difference. That's the fucking difference.
Dude, we need
difference
to.
between
We've
us.
been playing First Class Trouble. We need to get like the boys on First Class Trouble. Not the,
I haven't played it in a long ass
that
time.
is
I've
way
never- I
better
haven't
than
played it
Among Us
either.
in terms of just like.
You know what
the
we need to get
tomfoolery you
everyone
can do.
on?
I have
Pro
never played that
soccer.
game.
Okay, I'm gonna go get a drink. Fuck you.
Brian, I
Oh,
can't
dude.
tell. Do you have this software on, or are you just making a really good effort to look at the camera? You definitely have it on.
I've
okay.
He
been
has it
trying to
on.
look at it.
Yeah.
I've been trying to look at it. You can tell if I do this, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Well, not
Yeah.
really, because I could just go.
Or if I go like that.
I just don't like
Yeah.
looking at the camera. I've made a promise to my chat.
Brian's
It
got
freaks them out.
incredible face
I-
symmetry, doesn't he?
He really does.
It
He's
does.
incredibly-
You're like-
distracted.
Your head is
Symmetrical.
like
That's not
Yeah.
good. You're supposed to be asymmetrical or else
Nah.
it's uncanny.
from a genetic
fr-
standpoint, it's actually
uncanny.
strong.
You
Yeah.
look like you're chiseled
It's
like
scary.
a statue or something.
Yeah.
It's the eyes. It's the fake eyes. Oh, you see them pop out of my head?
I wanna.
Hold on. Let me see if I can fucking freak it out,
Yeah.
I
dude.
wanna fuck this shit
Look,
out
I
of you right
can-
now.
If I hold on. There was like a way
Yeah.
I did it
You
where
do like a Kubrick stare.
if I lower my glasses, sometimes the eyes pop out on the outside of my frames, but they're not doing it now. This is good shit, dude. This
It
technology is
impressive,
huge.
but
It's getting good.
why is it
I'm gonna-
like? Are
I'm
you
gonna
gonna
try to use
use
this-
it a lot?
For meetings,
Oh,
yeah,
from
for
here on
sure.
out, we're making eye contact, dude. This is a bonding
This
experience.
is a new norm.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Let me.
I've
I gotta-
never looked
there you go.
directly in my camera. I never will.
It's fucking weird. Here, this is me actually looking at it.
I hate.
You can
I
tell.
don't know why. I guess it is like.
Because you're
No, a
staring
lot
at a
of
fucking
YouTubers-
machine. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
It's just weird.
Like
It's
a lot of
it's
YouTubers
inhuman.
do that, where they like look right at their camera when they're talking to you, and so I don't know.
I need to
I'm
put
always
like a
uncomfortable.
picture
like,
of a.
I'm
face in
uncomfortable
front
doing
of the
that
camera
too.
lens.
And I've made several videos where like I intentionally have camera offset and I'm like I try to have a natural as if like I'm not talking directly to the camera.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
people like gripe about it. Like there's people that are like, oh, you're not even like looking at
Look
the
at me when
yeah,
you
like
talk to me.
maintain. I'm like,
Autistic.
name
You
one
have
other
autism.
media where like the person looks directly at the camera. You look at interviews for the
Malcolm
news,
in the Middle.
News anchors.
Malcolm in the middle cutaways.
Yeah, Malcolm in the Middle cutaways.
Boom.
A couple seconds in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. News anchors.
Every fourth wall break in a movie.
Yeah, The Office.
Exactly.
Deadpool.
Yeah,
The Office. The Office.
The
Yeah,
Office
for sure.
I'm trying to be more like Deadpool. I need that software.
It depends on what you're doing. Are you doing a skit or are you just talking to the audience?
Well,
'Cause then
dude, I
you
don't
would
know
have
for
to
like
look
the
at it.
ad reads. I feel like I should be looking in the camera.
Like how
but I'm
fucking
not
weird would it
gonna-
be if Mr. Rogers was just like looking away the whole fucking
what
time?
depends?
He's
Is he
like,
talking to someone?
No, he's talking to you. Like he's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
well,
Oh,
today
okay.
we're
Like
gonna
Bob Ross
fucking-
I
was,
guess
like,
it depends
looking
who
over
you're
there.
addressing. Yeah, I never even thought about
Exactly.
that.
The audience, you know, they just want. They
There's a
want to
lot
see
of
your
background
eyeballs.
information. This stuff's a lot more difficult than I thought. You know,
Yeah.
I haven't put any
Yeah.
thought into
But
it.
now
in
we
10
have technology.
Years,
We
but
don't
now-
have to worry about it.
Yeah,
We don't have to worry
Thank
about
God,
that.
Nvidia swooped in and has taken all the burden of just
Dude,
like thinking.
I wish I had this in real life.
I need to download this shit so I can just put my phone right here and just be scrolling through Twitter.
I
You
was
guys
this
think
close.
Honestly, that's the best part.
to
I mean, I
buying-
think if you look too down, it doesn't.
You know, like
Can you see me like on my phone right here?
yeah, we can. You're definitely not looking at us.
yeah.
What if I like?
Wait.
What
Just
if
open your
I-
eyes more. Your
how about
eyes
this?
were open your eyes more.
How about like this?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
It's
still looking down.
Yeah, for some reason I can still.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. That
All
looks
that.
natural as
It
hell.
looks like I'm
There you
giving you
go.
a blowjob now. Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
you can tell
Oh.
Brian's the type of guy that if he doesn't shave his neck, his chest hair connects to his beard. You can tell.
That'd be sweet.
Look at that shit,
It is.
dude. He shaves a fucking
it's
strip.
one line.
He shaved a
Yeah.
fucking strip.
It's like one big line.
I got a couple of hairs peeking out.
Oh no, dude! I
Hell
got
yeah.
little lion's manes around my nipples. That's about it.
People
That's all I
don't.
got.
People don't like hairy chests. It's.
I think
Nah.
they're coming
That's
back.
why it's a
They're
joke
gonna
on
come
Austin
back.
Powers.
Nah. People like
They're
them.
gonna come back in a
Mia
big
just
way.
doesn't like them because she's a fucking lesbian.
She likes them. That's why I keep.
Oh, really?
It. Yeah.
She's the
that's-
fakest
yeah, she's
goddamn
like,
lesbian
I
I've ever
fucking-
seen.
I don't get it. Yeah, I'm like a big fat fucking gorilla man, and she's
You're
like,
like-
oh,
You're like the
like a
least
bear.
feminine man ever.
women and gorilla men apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't know, man.
Who knows?
There's a sweet peanut you got on your head. What is that? Is that like his logo?
Yeah,
He
it's
just owns
the,
peanut. Oh shit!
official
You have a
peanut
second
hat.
hat. Wait, why do you have two hats? What the
Because
fuck?
I'm not gonna, unless he pays me, I'm not gonna fully endorse it by wearing it on the podcast. But because he's a friend, I will put it over my other hat.
Is that actually
now.
a peanut brand hat?
Yeah, literally just got here in the mail today.
How much?
Wait,
That's
it's
probably like $50.
pre-distressed.
Yeah, you can tell he likes the distressed hat style, which I'm not a huge fan of, but
You're
I do.
not Max
it's cool.
DeMarco. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Peanut, one of my first times I ever saw like something of him, he was wearing my hat from my merch store, and he was
Distressed.
he's one of the only people that bought like the distressed version, and he was wearing it like in New York City and stuff. It was like the first time I saw like a lot of pictures of him doing stuff, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then today I went to his stream and he was wearing it, and I had his hat on, so it was just like a cute moment between like creators supporting other creators and stuff.
That is wholesome. That is
Yeah.
really.
I would love
And
to
in
wear
Tampa,
hats.
I'll probably
Head's
fuck him
too
like a
big.
puppet. Oh, yeah. Well, see, my head, I've also got a pretty big head. It's, dude, the most demoralizing thing ever is you buy a one size fits all and you're, oh, this is too tight. I can't wear this.
They really should change the label to one size fits
Normal.
most.
Some
Normal.
Yeah.
One
Oh,
size
well.
Make me
fits
feel better. If it's
average
Yeah.
average
Yeah.
intellect
Real
head.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, intellect. There you go. That's
Yeah,
that'll
because
make
our
you feel
heads are
better.
bigger. It's because we got more brains around in them.
Well, absolutely. That's what they told me.
You see,
not
I
'cause
saw
you have a-
Sam
you have a
Hyde.
giant
He
bone.
posted on Twitter that he's part of Mensa. I don't know if that's a goddamn joke, but he has the pin. He's got the
Can you,
paperwork.
can you like look it up?
Yeah,
Keep-
I don't know. He's got all the paperwork. He's got the little pin and everything. He's like an official member of Mensa. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And I looked up like what IQ you have to be to get in there. You have to be in like the top 2%, like 136 IQ or higher. And I'm like,
Malcolm in the Middle.
yeah, I don't want to get the test because I know I'm like 98. Like I'm like probably
Let's try
a
to get
pretty
into
low
Mensa,
IQ.
guys. Let's try to get into Mensa
Should we
together.
go take a Mensa
Let's
test?
see
I
it.
don't want to. I don't
Yeah.
want us to know
I don't want
who
my
has the highest
reality to
IQ
shatter.
because I feel like that's going to change the dynamic.
I
if
don't
me
want my
and Poop
reality.
get super low and Brian's super high, you know how much he's gonna
make a
fucking
mind.
cut us off and tell us to shut up. Shut up, Big Brain's talking. Anyway, you know what that would do to me?
What kind of questions are even on an IQ test? Like, what are they?
Which sock's
I'm too
smelly?
stupid
And they have
to
two
even know.
drawings of
Yeah.
socks, and one's got green little lines going out of the top of it.
And
Other one's
flies.
got yellow.
Yeah.
On.
And then they
Just like,
have
if it's
two
a bunch of-
pictures of
What- yeah,
ladies,
what
and they go,
does
which
a-
one's hot?
If it's like social questions, then I'm a genius. But if it's like,
Yeah.
math questions, I might be a little.
It's
in
not
trouble.
math. It's supposed to be questions that,
Oh, dude, we could just do these for
regardless of
free.
education, you're able to answer. So it's like, how quick
It's like
are you able
it
to
boils
discern
down to, it boils down to
patterns and
just
stuff?
patterns. It just turns into pattern recognition.
Yeah, it's basically
So-
like, how quick can your mind discern patterns between things?
Yeah. How good are you? So basically, Sam's fucked.
I'm fucked, dude.
I've seen him play Dark Souls. He cannot fucking figure out a pattern to save his life.
No, any sort of like,
Oh shit! Wait, I don't know
I'm
if
a slow
great at
learner when it
patterns.
comes to that.
Tell me it's not puzzles, because I'm really bad at puzzles, tests, learning, studying, stuff like that, math, English, history. But I am.
Good at drinking.
Good.
Good, yeah, I can
Is
drink.
there
Yeah.
a drinking test?
I'm really, really good at pro soccer online. So if that has any factors in, I'm definitely top 3.
They say
I heard
soccer
you're trying
players.
to get a tournament.
Some of the
There is
dumbest
a
people
tournament.
ever, but soccer.
Did you actually got a
unlike some of the
tournament
pro
going?
players.
Yeah, they have a lot of CTE from all those headers.
Oh man.
Yeah, Brian, dude, I'm honestly wickedly, I'd say wickedly gives myself a little bit of a negative connotation, but I'd say I am being wicked about it. I'm a little witch-like in how envious I am of Devin and Z-Chum, because
Why?
Swift and like Fungal and everyone, you guys and Brian and all those people were playing this pro soccer online game. And Swift DM'd me like, you got to play it. Like, we're playing this game. It's like crab game soccer. I'm like, I'm sold. And I immediately got like Devin and everyone to buy it. And Josh, Creed, and I are taking it like wildly seriously, like very, very seriously. And we are good at it. Like, I swear to God, we're good. People get mad when I say it, okay? I keep getting called like I have a LeBron mentality, Omid says. I don't even know. He's a great player. He just thinks I bitch
You should
too
watch
much.
5 minutes of footage of this game, Sam, before you listen to this.
Yeah, no,
guy
yeah,
talking
it looks like crap game
I'm kidding.
graphics. But there
No,
is-
I've
there-
seen it being
like a
played. I
roguelike
just
there's-
saw
there's-
there wasn't directional VoIP, and I said, I'll pass.
That's going to be such a
Is
great
that all?
feature. Because they're going to have VoIP, because it's in the settings, like VoIP controls.
Yeah, it
it's
is.
just not
When
in
that's
yet.
out, I'll download the
But
game.
I'm definitely like, there's also though, even though it looks like that and plays like that, there's definitely people that are better
Some
than other
seriousness.
people. Like there's a learning curve.
Yeah.
And it just comes down to like, I have more time played than new people, so of course I'm doing better. It's just fucking bullshit. But I got them to play it. I was obsessed with the game. I streamed it like 5 days in a row for like 5 hours each. And I went away for one day to my parents' house. And in that day, yeah, we had all talked about like, dude, this game would be so easy to do a tournament for, because it's got built-in spectator mode with like, sideline, overhead, like different, like, it looks like you're watching a soccer match.
Yeah.
And I started like looking into like, oh my God, dude, I could get like a commentator that's like a soccer commentator, a little league or something. Pair him with like someone with just a good voice. And I was thinking it could be like a community, like
guy
all
on
my
Fiverr.
subs could be in it or something. And in the one day I'm gone, then I see Z-Chum tweet like, all right, the Exfil Camper official for charity soccer online tournament. I didn't even think the guys liked the game. And in one day, they set it up so much more officially. It's for charity, which just makes them look better. And it's like Z-Chum's doing all the work, but it's just like, I think it's funny if I make it be Devin's, even though Devin's like, I want someone else to set it up. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm just so jealous. Like, I'm like, oh, fuck. And now I'm going to be in it, and it's going to be a good time.
I
But
was
I'm there
in that
to
call
win.
and I heard the setup, and it is astounding. It makes me envious how quickly and how efficiently Z-Chum not only jumps on something, but then acts on it. And
Dude,
I'm like,
I made
whoa,
my
can't
day
we
planner.
have...
It would have taken me weeks.
Can't we have like
Some
2-3
time to
months
think
of
about
some
it.
pre-production where we
Yeah.
talk
Yeah.
about
Like,
it?
6 months out, half a year.
That
Nah,
you need a Z-Chum. You need a
he's-
Z-Chum though. To
He's
kick you
probably
into
already
the-
got
know.
a goddamn
Nah.
website. He's probably got
No,
charities
I
lined
know.
up.
I know.
He's probably got
Because
all
now
that
I'm
shit.
like, now I've just submitted and been like, you guys need any help? Like, just my tail's between my. I'm like, because I'm like, dude, fuck this. I'm setting up a competing one the same day for
And
non-charity.
he gave up in 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'm like, it's going to be explicitly not for charity. It's going to be not for fun.
Yeah, this
But
is for
it
me.
has a
This is for-
prize pool.
Yeah.
If it has
I'm like,
Yeah, dude. If you
know, you
do
could win
that,
money.
I would absolutely back it just to see how much we could steal viewership from
Yeah,
theirs.
yeah.
I would try to take
no,
it.
it
I
was-
would bring other people into it. I would do
Dude,
everything.
that's what
I
that
could.
game does
This
to me,
is the
though.
official-
It puts a vileness.
That's the
in
real
me.
competition. It's not the game itself. It's
Yeah.
the tournament that
And
we're
the
putting
money.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah, the money.
The business side of
It's
it.
like I don't know. We just get in houses. You get so much more riled up in any game than like if you're actually playing against strangers because you
Yeah.
know you have a common enemy. Oh, Mead and I have just been going at each other's throats. I mean, like we do in a lot of games, but this game it's been worse. And like I don't know. I'm almost to the point where like I can't even play it anymore because at first I
my
was so
God.
competitive that I'm like screaming at people and like I played soccer in high school, so it's
Just
like
doing death threats and stuff.
no, yeah, like
yeah.
I'm gonna fucking kill you, bitch. I'm gonna kill. I like dropped their full name. I dropped their address.
Yeah,
and like
on
it's
stream.
just like it's so dumb because the game, yeah, it looks like it's made for 4-year-olds.
It's like
But
Roblox,
if you know like actual good spacing and passing, like it helps in the game. So like I'm doing call outs and shit. And Josh and I just take it way too seriously. We get mad at everyone. Like we're trying to go on a nice guy arc right now. It's just such a failure.
I think that's why Fungal stopped playing too. He's like, yeah, they try too hard. They get all mad.
we weren't even in VoIP with Fungal. Dude, okay, that's funny you say that because
I don't know.
one time Torrent came in there and he's like, dude, Fungal and Steve and all them like just scream at each other while playing this game. And he's like,
Yeah,
they're the meanest guys ever. Like they just yell at each other
They
nonstop.
just sit there and make fun of each other for like missing a pass or something.
Steve will come in my chat and be like, I'm not playing fucking goalie. Like
Yeah.
they're trying to make me play goalie. I'm like, dude,
Okay.
that's
Funny.
your guys' shit.
Steve
Like,
is
that's
like
not
the
on me.
least fun person to play anything with. I will admit.
I missed it. I was so
Dude.
upset because I was like
And
gone, and I
Fungal-
came back and I heard the fallout. And I was
There's
laughing
a
about
very
it.
thin
Fungal's
line with
taking it
Fungal.
seriously,
He can
too.
either be hilarious or he could just switch on his competitive
Sweat,
nature
just
in
become
like
sweaty,
a second.
yeah.
And I'm like,
Dude,
where did it
that's-
go? Where did my sweet little British boy go?
That's what's happening to me with this game is I'm becoming a Steve or a Fungal where like I'm just in real life very competitive about sports.
You
And
have
I'm
to
not-
zoom out. You
I'm
have to
not
zoom out
normally
and
like
see
that
what the
with
fuck you're
games.
playing,
Yeah.
dude.
Dude, no, but the thing is,
You need
it's
to be
like,
like-
with that group, if we're playing Valorant, they're screaming at each other. They're like, comms, like, it's just for me, this game is the most like fun I've had, and I'm good at it. So
It is a fun game.
want to be competitive with it. It reminds me of playing soccer. So I'm like, it's just a fun time. And I wasn't great at soccer,
Yeah.
but I.
Well,
but
I've
our
heard
whole-
from
it's
people
like-
that you're not great at pro soccer online either. So
Oh shit! From who?
that's fair, but it's not
Probably from
true.
Steve.
Because
Yeah.
like it's
that's
so
not what I heard.
from you're just trying to rile me up. You're just throwing a little salt on the snail. You want something.
You want to load this
I'll
up
get-
right
hey,
now?
I'll
You
say
want to
this.
get your ass kicked?
I'll say that.
That's exactly how it started yesterday. Is I told him for like 20 minutes. I'm like, today I'm a good guy. I'm not drinking.
Yeah.
I'm like gonna have fun.
He gets
and he was
drunk
like,
and he starts
no, yeah, no.
belligerently
Immediately he's like,
screaming.
yeah. The other day I had a problem with you because you were acting like LeBron, but you weren't putting up LeBron scores. And I'm like, all right, dude. I'm like,
numbers, yeah.
all right, dude, it's fucking on.
Yes.
And then I beat him like 6 games in a row, like 8-0, and I.
Is
We
LeBron,
got, like,
by the way,
1v1?
is LeBron like super
No, dude,
egotistical
no.
or like
Like
competitive?
it just
Like,
depends where you're on it. Like I think Omid's got some weird LeBron hate in him or
I was
something.
about to say,
'cause-
like every interview I've seen with
Racism,
LeBron, he just
and I'm
seems
like,
like
and that's the same. Like people
Like,
don't
no
like playing with
personality.
Michael Jordan. Like people.
It's better to say. It's
Michael
better to
Jordan-
say. It's better to call you a Michael Jordan. He's a fucking asshole. He's kind of a
Well,
cocky
and then
dick.
yesterday he
Yeah.
also called me. He was like, "You're like MJ, but not." But like, yeah, that
you
documentary,
MJ
Last
without
Dance.
MJ's stats.
Dude, no, that's what I kept saying yesterday. I'm like, okay, so when Kobe Bryant does it, it's Mamba mentality and it's, competitiveness. When I do it, I'm taking a baby game too far. Like, I don't see the difference really between Kobe Bryant and myself. And that when
Which
it comes
one's
to that
Josh
game.
Creed in that
Josh
game?
Creed he's always my right forward and I'm left forward. And
Josh
yeah.
Creed
I
is
don't
the
know if
guy
you
that
play
when
with him.
we
British.
went to go play Intruder, he took it way too
They're, like,
seriously
sending the
and
Josh
never
Creed.
used VoIP once.
Yeah,
So
I
he
don't know
was
what
like-
it sounds like.
He was
Apparently
like
he's British, according to you guys. I
the
didn't know
goddamn
that.
black hole of fun. He's the
you
fun
are
governor.
you are one to talk
Yeah.
about with Intruder and I'll say it, first class trouble. Even though I haven't played this new scope, you knew how to play the game and you would kick everyone's ass so hard and not tell us how to play.
Yeah, but
And
I
you
would
get a
talk in
sick
game.
enjoyment.
I would talk in
you
game.
would talk in game by being
I
like,
would
all that matters.
have
That's all that
enjoyment
matters.
watching
Yeah.
you scream, and I would be there to fucking at least talk about. it.
Yeah.
Josh Creed was silent. sniper on the grassy knoll.
Dude, the other day he messaged me in the soccer game. He's like, "We have to quit playing, or we have to be better people because I'm starting to get like real life angry at these people. Like I'm starting to hate them." And I'm like,
dude,
I was like, dude, I'm right there with you. Like these people are insects to me because of how poorly they're playing in this game.
Oh my lord,
it's bad. It's bad. It's such a good game. I'd love to play more sports games with that kind of setup. Like
we
I think a hockey
we
game
can't
like that.
slide
It's hard
into
to get a
sports
group, though.
games, dude. Like we can't.
no, FIFA and shit sucks. This
Yeah,
game
no,
is
I
not
don't. Yeah,
FIFA,
no,
man.
it's so different than FIFA. I've sound like a broken
It's like
record.
Mario
but
Strikers, man. Mario Strikers.
It's
is
like
Wait,
fun
are
more
you
like
gonna give
playing
me the
soccer.
sale pitch that
everyone
No, you're not
Fungal
gonna-
and
you're not-
Swift gave me?
It's
Oh, what do
more
they
like
say?
it's way more like playing soccer than watching soccer, which I think FIFA's more like watching soccer. Like when I've played it, at least. And I hate
Okay,
watching.
how about
soccer.
this? We pull together some Patreon money, and we get golden tea cabinet. The big cabinet that's at every like
what is with you in fucking golden
tea, baby. That's
You've
a
been bringing
sports
this
game.
up a lot lately, or
Yeah.
something.
And we go
Oh,
get
you
it.
think
and
he's
that's a
obsessed with
spinner
it.
thing?
The big spinny wheel.
Stupid golf game.
Yeah.
Where you fucking
we
fondle
play
a
that
ball
shit. We
to
do
shoot
a
it.
full ass tournament. You can do tournaments on golden tea.
I've never played that game.
You've
I've
never
fucking
played it. You don't
Let me
have
get
the
it.
goddamn.
No.
Let me
And
see
you
your
know
hands.
what?
Let me see your
And
hands. Put your hand up.
Hey,
that ain't a
look,
golden tea
yeah.
hand. Go fuck yourself.
is-
My hands are soft.
Look
as
at that.
kitten's
That's
fur.
a competitive hand right there. Let me see that. Whoa. Oh, damn.
Boy, that looks.
Hey, wait.
That's
You
a
got-
golden tea.
Yeah.
Not a Nazi
gold-
thing.
yeah.
That's like a.
That was
Oh,
good,
it's a
though.
swipe back and then a swipe
All
forward.
right, now do
not
another swipe, but
Freeze frame that.
windage of 6 degrees.
to the left, so I have to go upright.
Like a
6 degrees is way less than that.
It's my golden tea pose, I swear.
Guys, I'm playing golden tea, I swear. But did you have to wear the outfit?
The full ass
Tommy
outfit, too, yeah.
Hilfiger fan or whatever. Who's
Hugo Boss. Yeah.
Hugo Boss.
Which, by the way, I did some research on Hugo Boss. I did some research on all these international conglomerates and like giant companies that profited so much off of Jewish slave labor in World War II.
They don't mention it at all.
Well, no, Hugo Boss, I think, is now being accused of using those, what are they called, the Uyghur Muslims in China
Oh.
to make their
Oh.
textiles. And by the way, during World War II, they profited they had like 20,000 Jewish slaves in their factories making textiles. And then they were like, okay, my bad.
Whoops.
Uniforms were fire, but my bad. And
I
then,
didn't know that was wrong. I didn't know.
yeah, and now they're like, now they're being accused of using a bunch of those Uyghur Muslims in their factories.
Dude, at that
and
point,
they're
you gotta
like,
shut the whole company down. You just
I know,
gotta.
right? The second strike, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna. That's kind of a 2-strike system, not a 3-strike system.
Yeah,
if you're
this
caught
is some
using
baseball.
slave
This
labor
is-
2 times in 1
It
century,
should probably be a 1-strike thing, but in our world, you got it. Sometimes if
Nestle's
they
still
make enough
around.
money, it's got to be a 2-strike thing.
for sure.
But yeah, 2 strikes in one century. Yeah, that's real bad.
Yeah, I found that out when I was doing all that. Remember the Bosch thing, Brian? That one night where
Oh, yeah, we're looking at Bosch's history.
Bosch tools, and they have like every company that's done some sort of like they were affiliated with Nazis and using slave labor. If you go to their company website and go to like the history section, like the about us, every company's got like this, like, here's our little credo. We're going to make good products with the local people. All those ones that were involved in World War II, they're like, okay, we'll be up front. We might have used some slave labor,
Yeah.
but
We fucked up.
they forced us to. They always like have some cop out. They're like,
Yeah.
they forced us to. They said you need
We
to
had
make
to.
this many like shells or whatever, and this many Hugo Boss boots. And
So,
if
like,
you
we
don't
had-
have the
we
workers,
needed slaves.
yeah,
We needed slaves.
They
And you
always
know what?
they
They didn't die
excuse
here,
the
so-
shit out of it. They don't own.
Yeah,
they don't own it up at all. They're just like
I think we saved 20,000
Did
Jews.
you
I think
guys-
we didn't enslave them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See the job market that
We're-
year? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our corporation is like the Schindler of corporations. We kept them from dying because they were making our boots so good.
Because they were making our sweet shoes.
Yeah.
And you know what?
But if they
I
didn't
get a
make
thank
them
you.
fast enough,
Yeah.
we shot them in the back of the head to make the other
And
workers.
get a new
move
Jew
to
that's
the-
worthy of
Yeah.
saving. It's fair enough.
And it's just funny. So I went there and like, hey, come on, you don't have to.
Stabbing.
Come on. I heard there was you were saying something in between your sneezes. You were,
Jew.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I heard that.
That's true. Sorry.
Yeah. It's just
That's
funny
so
that all those like corporations, like, yeah, they're still around, and then they would have the
I know,
balls to
it's-
do it again a second time.
Yeah.
You would think they would have been dissolved or
just-
something.
What if fucking Hugo
It's
Boss
just
just
evil
tweeted out like,
corporation
Steve
stuff.
Urkel, did I do that? And that's it. That's their only response to the slave allegation.
You go to their
Oh, did
like
I do
about
that?
us, like years
Yeah.
of operation, 1933 to 1945, and it's a picture of Steve Urkel.
Yeah.
Did I do that?
But I do
Yeah.
that.
And you look at their
Yeah.
goddamn stock price. It's like
can
they
imagine.
like the 50s. All of a sudden, their business is booming. You know? Yeah, they obviously profited.
That's,
They call it the Roaring 40s. Or 50s.
Yeah.
That's
Everywhere else in the world, it's the Roaring 20s, but in Nazi Germany, oh, you're talking about the Roaring 40s?
Roaring 40, hell yeah.
Damn, yeah, those were the heydays for sure. Yeah. Have you seen
Yeah.
Schindler's List?
no.
It's not as epic
It's
as you think.
always a
that's
movie
your-
where I need to.
Try
Yeah,
it.
I know
Yeah.
I need to see it, but it's like I'm never. There's
In
so
the
many movies
headspace.
like that. Yeah, like even like something that where it's less of that degree, but a movie I just really want to see. You were talking about the other day, like Manchester by the Sea. I really want to watch. But it's like when I sit down, I'm already in such a like, I need to
Yeah.
cheer up, man. Like I'm not just.
Yeah, you don't want to
I'm
watch
never in
those
the
fucking
mood,
downer
yeah.
movies.
Like this guy's
Like
gonna
Boys
kill
in the Striped
himself.
Pajamas.
That's why
shit, or like-
I haven't watched Manchester by the Sea for that exact same reason. I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't think I'm in the right headspace for it. Like, I
Yeah.
watched that Tyre Nichols police beating,
Oh, yeah,
knowing it
dude,
was going to
yeah.
fuck up the rest of my day.
Yeah,
And
It's
it
like, I
fucked
need
up
to
the
be at
rest of my day.
I
Yeah.
skimmed through it. I was just like, oh,
It was-
okay,
it was
I
horrific.
get the gist. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna watch this.
I need to be at like the peak of my happiness before I put on Manchester by the Sea or something.
And the
like,
Fox News thing you told me about too just made it worse.
It did, yeah.
You saw the Tyre Nichols thing
Yeah.
on Fox News where it showed one angle of them getting beat up,
And they were
cuts
like,
to
"We
the
got a
fucking
different
two-
angle here," and they-
they're like, oh, that's so bad. But anyways,
Yeah,
here's
that
the
was a-
CCTV
that was a
version of
really
it.
fucked
It's
up
the
video.
same clip. I was like, holy shit, dude! Why do you need to show this 20 times?
But
yeah,
speaking
no, it's
of
horrible. It's
cops
terrible.
and their everybody fucking hating their guts, I think I might be going out to Texas to do like a podcast with in
The
the
cop?
pig pen, yeah, wherever.
In the pig.
Yeah, it's that
That
baddie
what he
streams
calls it?
guy, but I know he's friends with Donut Operator and all those
who's that?
cop guys.
You. Oh, I got something for you. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, send them this over.
You're a fucking bootlicker. What do you mean?
Oh, total
You're going
bootlick.
to whose podcast? It's called the Pig Pen,
Yeah, it's called the pig
or do
pen.
you just call it that?
No, it's not called the pig pen.
Oh, dude, that'd be awesome. If it was
That
called
would
the
be,
Pig
yeah.
Pen.
That would be really on the nose. No, it's baddie streams and some other
I
people.
don't know who that is.
Yeah, I've never heard
Does he
that
stream?
Yeah,
Does he stream?
yeah, he does. Yeah,
What's his Twitch
Oh, no
handle?
shit! Look at his name.
yeah.
Batty streams TTV. Is that guy?
I think
on
it's called
Twitch?
like Unsubscribe Podcast. I think is the name of it. It's a pretty big
That's-
podcast.
That sounds.
unsubscribe.
Listen,
That's cool.
I don't know why I'm just coming at these guys, but unsubscribe
Dislike
podcast.
podcast.
That just sounds like that just already gives me a bad taste.
Dude, hold on. I'm, I haven't had some food
you're
in
going
me.
on
Some,
Donuts podcast when he
yeah.
so
Wait, when he what? What did he do?
you didn't come on ours. And then
Okay,
we-
so I've
then
heard
we-
tell that he hates even doing his own podcast. So the chances of him going on a different
Oh,
podcast
maybe you guys
are
have a lot in
slim.
common then, actually.
Yeah, we might have. Actually, I love going
Well,
on
you
other
can't
people's
say-
podcasts. That shit's fun to me. But
There's direction there. There's hope. in
no,
there.
I like that
come
I
in
can
here
get
and
in
see
there and
dead flies.
I can fuck with
Pencils.
them a little bit.
I'm very excited to see it. I will definitely. I'll watch it.
Yeah, you should come in with a full cop outfit and shit, and just be like a complete stereotype.
I think they should have beat him more.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hire a little.
Let's
like, a
talk
little
about
black
why
kid to
he
come
was
in.
wrong. He was taking pictures of the sunset.
Maybe-
What for, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get some like little black Girl Scouts to show up at your door. You pepper spray them and shit. Oh, sorry guys. Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
Sorry, there was some ne'er-do-wells at the front door.
Yeah. Up to no good. I could
where
just
were
tell.
you-
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't hunch.
Nah, they seem like good guys.
So are they gonna like fly you
Yeah.
out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you get? Did they give you a bumper sticker to put in your car too? To, like,
Well, Blue Lives Matter.
Yeah.
No, I already
Get 'em off
donate
your
to the
ass.
sheriff's people so they don't fucking shoot me when they pull me over.
Yeah.
I give them the bare minimum it takes to get a sticker, and I go "fuck you" and I put it on the back of my car.
$5 for a basically all you can speed buffet.
Exactly. I can go
Okay.
5 over. They pull me over. Like the people that put like a cab stickers on the back of your car, you're asking to get your ass beat. Like just pretend like
Yeah.
you're friends with them. Pretend like you
true.
fucking care. By the way, I used to have a neighbor that was a cop, and his wife walked around with her obviously like concealer over her black eyes and shit constantly. And I was like, you are a stereotype, lady.
Yeah.
You are a goddamn stereotype. Yeah. But they seem like nice guys. I'm sure they don't beat their wives mercilessly.
They've had some similar guests as us. I'm looking at their thing now.
They have John McAfee.
They had John McAfee and Omid Live and Devin.
Haley Joel Osment.
No, they had Harley Joel Osment. They had Harley.
Oh yeah, that was.
Remember that one where you greened out and
yeah. That was our favorite. That was my favorite goddamn.
That was
podcast.
I was literally talking to him about that. I love that one because Harley like whipped out a fucking 1,000 milligram bag of gummies,
dude,
and ate it.
I feel like that was the only time where I've been like the most sober person by far.
Okay. By
sure.
the way, I don't think we described what happened for that podcast. We fucked up the dates, and it was like I could have sworn he was for the next day, and then he messaged me and was like, "Hey, I gotta leave that day. Can we do it a day earlier?" And then Pooh remembered that he had said that, and I was convinced it was the day after, and I got really fucking high. And I had already had a bad day with Abby. Like we had a fight over something.
It's still one of my favorites. It's my favorite. It's still one of my favorites because he said fucking I like to get scared, and then an hour later he had like this look of terror on his face for the podcast.
Dude, and then like the only joy I got out of that one was like I was talking to him about his hot toys, and you were so checked out because you don't give a shit about that. But it's like, and then he was just massively high, and it was like, well, what the fuck is going on here?
I also love how we like started because we don't do intros. We don't do intros or anything.
Yeah,
and we just like started talking, and then he was just like, "Oh shit, we're like on," and I was like, "Fuck!" Like we need to do like an intro or like,
dude, was that like the? I feel like we haven't had a guest in so long. I miss guests.
I think that was a wake up call because I was like, I don't want to air this episode.
Did we air it?
Yeah, it's aired. Yeah,
I
know.
If
it was like literally just like
we've had a guest episode that didn't go aired before.
Yeah. Well, that was Jimmy because he was so fucking
Jimmy.
retarded the whole time. He kept crying and stuff and like tripping over his. He forgot how to speak English halfway through. You remember that?
He looked at his fucking cock, started jerking off because he forgot we were
doing
doing
a podcast. Ran out of stuff to talk about because we're bad hosts.
Yeah, it was just bad.
Jimmy's fault.
It was Jimmy's fault. He was too dumb for us.
We need to just start finding our
about
guests
math
and doing
and stuff.
Yeah,
was
talking about our IQs.
And he was
Ask
drooling.
him about RuneScape. He loves that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about wood cutting.
99 wood cutting. That's always my go-to, wood cutting. I don't know shit about RuneScape.
So I go into Devin's Discord and I'm like, "Hey guys, what you doing?" And I see
in there
old school RuneScape OSRS being played by 4 people in there, and I go,
"Wow, not RuneLite."
I go, "All right, man, I'm heading on out of here." It was nice talking to you guys tonight.
Dude, they're just listening to music and probably cutting trees, man. That's fine. That's fair.
Yeah. Okay,
hey, can we just enjoy?
Some cool guests.
No, you know what we should do?
We should steal some of their guests.
Yeah, we should do that, but we should also build a profile on this guy. So we asked them like to be on the podcast, and then we build a profile for like a week. We analyze them, and then we just kind of like use their weaknesses against them on the podcast.
Yeah,
I think it would be really interesting. What do you think?
Who, the baddie streams guy?
No, just like if we get a guest, and then we kind of just follow them around. You know, we don't stalk them. We follow them around. We get a profile on them. We find their deepest fears, their biggest secrets, and then we flip it on them. We flip it on them on the podcast. We like freak them out, and that would bring something new because you don't like asking questions or being a good podcast host, and things like that.
Okay,
so I figured we could terrorize them for an hour and a half.
You don't like talking to new people or being.
I love talking to new people. I don't like. Because they expect you to just be like, all right, so like, what was your like? Tell us about the roots of your career. And every goddamn YouTuber has the same beginning. Like, I started making videos because like I'm too retarded to get into college.
Well, then let's have Freddie back on again and
here
again.
I am.
No, Freddie, you know why he was such a great guest? Because he has a fucking life. He has shit going on. He has ambitions. He's smart.
You know what? Wait. He's not a great guest because he has yet to send me my Garfield pipe strip
He
mug.
lied to your face. That's why I like him too.
Liar.
I knew the second that came out of his mouth. I said that cup ain't coming.
I sent him my address. and he
He's not gonna
it.
bother.
You know what? Jay Schlatt also gave you. He was like, "I'll send you some merch," and you're so gung ho to receive shit from people you know you're not gonna get.
I'm not gung ho
Have you gotten
about
anything
that.
from anyone?
That Jay Schlatt merch. He said he'd send that to all of us. So I'm like, I don't give a shit about
Yeah,
that.
I didn't give a shit either.
He didn't even message anybody about
so
it.
personal to me
Yeah.
that I was genuinely excited for that because that's one of my favorite
And you
YouTube
blew
videos
you
of all
off like
time.
nothing.
What about
bro.
a handmade mug from your dear friend Sam?
I would like that. I wouldn't love
Okay,
it.
you are now knocked down
wouldn't
the
mind
mailing
it.
list substantially. What about you, Brian? You want a mug?
I'll
made-
take it. I'll fucking take
I
it. Yeah, I
I'll
thought it
take
was a
better
price
than
thing.
I like it.
You know
he
what?
said it.
Let's have-
He said, "I'll take it with a little bit of gusto." He put some fucking stank on it.
Well,
He seemed
ask me when I'm not directly talking about the mug I want most in the world. You don't talk. You
I
don't
take it.
throw
I'll
that
drink
out
out of
right
it.
after
I'll
my
drink out of it next
disappointment.
stream. As soon as I get it, I'll drink out of it next stream.
okay.
I definitely
Just to
try
show
to
you
sell
that.
it one day.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. I'm incredibly sentimental. I'd keep that till I died, but
Yeah. Oh, dude,
damn it.
you want to know something annoying? I can talk shit about my in-laws on here, right? This is Patron only. They'll never find this.
yeah,
Oh,
Stalt
is
wouldn't
this
make this a
Patreon only?
YouTube clip.
Yeah, Stalt, if you make
Yeah, he
this a
wouldn't.
YouTube clip, I'm going to be fucking pissed, all right? So my in-laws come over, and we have a mug that we got on our anniversary, not our anniversary, our honeymoon. When we were in Colorado, we got this mug made by in a Native American reservation. This guy makes them for art, sells them in a gallery. We bought this mug, brought it home. It's my favorite mug. It's incredibly sentimental to us. Every time our in-laws come over, my father-in-law gets this goddamn mug, makes coffee with it, and then puts it I think he's trying to fuck with me. He puts it here's the edge of the counter. He'll just leave an inch hanging off.
Oh shit.
Or he'll put it on the fucking floor where he's playing with the kids and the dog and stuff. And I'm like, why?
Hide that fucking thing.
What?
Hide
Yeah,
it.
no. I told him one time. I got to the point where I was just like, "Hey, dude, be careful with that mug because that's from our honeymoon. That's an incredibly sentimental mug." And I thought that would be a subtle enough thing for me to say where he would go. If someone told you that, next time you go to their house, you're going to be like, "I'll get a different mug." You know? Next time the guy comes over to our house, he fucking gets it again. And does the exact same
And he
shit.
pisses on it.
And I'm like, why?
He calls you a little nerd, and he starts playing
So I got
keep
your,
away with
I got
it.
your cup, nerd.
Yeah,
And he
this
kept
is the one you
dangling
like.
around. I'm like, what the fuck, man? If someone gives you that, that's an important thing to me. You don't use it next time. So now I have to hide it on a top. I put it up on a really high shelf.
You should buy
The guy's 5'8". I know he can't reach it, so I put it up on a high shelf like a
You
kid.
put it on the top
Yeah.
shelf. He doesn't even know it
I
exists
put it up
anymore.
there next to the goddamn cookie jar.
You should get a Walmart display case where you need those fancy keys to unlock and just have that mug in there, so that way he can't.
Dude.
He asks for
No,
it. You know, you got to make a big deal.
Oh no, never mind.
Seriously.
I've already talked to him before. I was gonna say, dude, CVS by me, they've got those lock cases on almost every fucking
I know,
item.
yeah.
And yeah, I had to press it for deodorant and I had to press it for condoms once. And
The more you see of them, the worse area
Yeah,
you're in.
a
I know.
shithole if they put the goddamn extra gum behind a lock
they've got
case.
them on batteries.
They put
got
the
them on
Mentos
fucking-
fresh makers behind the
Snickers
goddamn.
bar. You gotta get a fucking dog
You gotta
tag
get the
off
key
of it. You
for
gotta
everything.
clip it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine, it's a goddamn. You can just walk in there and put everything in your pockets. There's not a single thing, but except for the Rogaine,
Yeah.
the hair dye and stuff for some
that's-
reason.
Well, that
That's-
shit's probably expensive for.
Yeah.
You've been shopping
of-
for Rogaine.
No.
You turning gray?
I use Aqua 25 at keeps.com.
Oh, is
Aqua
that a
is
thing?
Is that a plug? Is that a plug?
Promo
Yes, it
code
keeps.
Aqua.
Hey, he's not balding. That's a terrible.
I know.
person
He's a
for that.
goddamn. Yeah, it's a goddamn lie.
He's
got a beautiful head of hair.
That's you can't say that.
Fuck him. Yeah, he's not a legitimate salesman.
He has no idea. Yeah,
I want
exactly.
to see him
They're-
bald first and then regrow his hair.
I want
We
to
should hold him down.
Every single Keeps ad should have a picture of him a top down of his thinning ass head, and then him now.
Yeah,
And
it should
or else
look
I'm
like
not
a
buying it
fucking
from him.
Bosley commercial. Remember those?
Yeah.
You guys would be cue
Oh,
ball,
yeah, dude, fucking
and then they would
Bosley.
spray
Yeah.
on the
Commercials.
hair.
Yeah. That's the only way I'd buy that shit from him.
Dude, Do you imagine the confidence to be able to go on a first date with like
and put shoe polish on your head, basically.
the hairspray.
There's a crazy one I saw on TikTok where a guy's like, "Get ready with me," and he goes and he has a powder. It's just powder that he puts in his hair, and it darkens it all, and it goes from like almost no hair to like
full.
You can still tell, but it's like full. But I'm like, what if like wind hit him or something? It would just like. Like all over. If he was going on a date or something, it's like, would it just that shoot would dust on there?
That shit would totally work if he went to like a fondue restaurant with the lights are low, you know?
Oh, yeah. Go somewhere classy. At that point, it's even
sit away from the air conditioner or the fans.
Can you turn these fans off, please?
I really hope I'm on top in bed, because if I put my head on a pillow, it is game over.
You're on top. It just keeps like dripping on her, like little dust.
Like black snow, like rolling down onto her face.
She looks like she got hit with a cartoon bomb by the end of it.
Bosley had two different types, and they were both the same shit. Where it was like, one was like spray on graphite pellets, and the other one was that like salt shaker of hair that you put on your head. I don't know what it is. It looks like a goddamn science experiment. I want to know what that stuff is.
It sucks. I don't know
AIDS or something.
I don't know enough about like science or fact. Most of the time. Here, though, we don't really. We just kind of say what we've heard somewhere, and then we just kind of believe it. So, in a continuation of that, I've heard it's all about like your mother's side is where you get your hair genetics, like your mother's father. And
that's a lie.
I so wish that was. Is it? I don't know if it is or not. I don't know, because
my dad's got
perfect hair. And my mom's dad, I never met the guy. I mean, I heard it was all right, but. I saw a picture of him. It wasn't great. Ooh, and my older brother is like your age, Sam. And he's like, the last couple of years, he like pulled back. And like, you can't really tell, but like, I mean, my hair's even, it goes back a little. Yeah. But like, my brother's is like further. Oh. And and like, well, see, the good thing about us is I just don't also have a huge forehead. So it'll be less noticeable. But like my brother's like, like when you hit like your late 20s, like it's gonna hit you, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, we're half brothers, and we only have the same mom. So I'm like, well, shit, is that how it works? Or will I have my dad's benefit of like my dad and my grandpa? They didn't lose their hair till they died.
If one person in your whole fucking tree is bald, you're doomed.
Yeah,
I don't have any full bald freaks in my family, luckily.
Brian? What's your mom's dad look like?
My grandpa. Like we call those grandpas here.
No, I mean, because that could mean your dad's dad, your mom's dad specifically. Grandpa on your mom's side.
Fabio. He looks like Fabio. He's got like a beautiful jaw, beautiful long hair.
I'm pretty sure he had some thinned out hair.
Ooh, not good.
Yeah. Grim. It's looking grim for me.
Can you retroactively like give him Bosley and then it affects your genes? Or
no, I already have issues, but
then you need Bosley right now. We should get a Bosley.
He's got like a little bit of the thin right here. His is like
what? Yeah, once I'm in my 30s, I'm doomed.
Yeah,
35. 35, I'm going shaved.
You know what's weird is my mom's dad had beautiful like Wayne Newton hair, but it was just like white. I've never usually people go gray. This guy had white hair, and he looked like the Colonel, dude, like KFC Colonel, like beautiful hair.
He looked like the fucking what is it, like a PC Master Race little fucking emoji guy.
Yeah, and then once I hit 25, I was just like, that thing's a lie, because my mom's dad has awesome hair, and my hair fucking sucks.
There's a couple old guys like that in my stepmom's family where I look at them and they're like 90 years old and they've got a stronger hairline than me. Like I've got a good hairline, but they've got like, it's just like
I
want to fucking
rip their head off.
And they have
when you
white
see those guys.
hair and they look beautiful. I'm like, how does that happen?
You
how do you even go your whole life?
Elf, they're
beautiful. They've got
Sons
strong, thick mustaches, beautiful locks. I'm like,
there's sometimes where I'm happy
and they can walk and they're old. I'm like, I'd love to be that kind of old guy where it's like, I'm not dead yet.
Walk,
like I'm still a person.
Yeah. There's times when I'm really happy my brother got in that accident.
If you're bald, you're dead.
Your brother got in an accident.
Yeah, my brother's got
Oh my God.
my brother's got a beautiful head of hair. Like I'm talking like the nicest hair I've ever seen. He pulls it out of a ponytail and he does like the shake and time stands still.
Oh.
And he's got these flowing
like gold flakes fall out of
He
it.
looks like
instead of
fucking
lice.
like Maui from the movie, like The Rock, you know that?
Maui?
Yeah, like
Oh,
he's
yeah.
got that.
Moana.
Yeah, Moana. Like he's
And
got the Maui Moana locks,
And he's cool.
And you know
Yeah,
he ate like
and he's-
shit, so it ain't diet.
no,
It's just like
he's just got good hair genetics.
yeah.
And then
his
he got into an
R&D is
accident.
cool
His
kids.
back's all fucked up. His knees are fucked up. I go, good for you, bitch. Like,
Karma.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
the equalizer. My hair's falling out,
hey, you look
but I
fucking
still got
fabulous on
knees
that
and stuff.
on that bed, you little fucking cripple.
Yeah, that's what I-
Yeah,
That's
can't
what
walk
I
fast
hope.
enough to make that hair flow in the wind, bitch.
It's a really good brother conversation, but yeah, I showed you that picture of my older brother and I, where he has like a jawline of a god and looks like Johnny Depp or something,
it's
and I
scary.
look like a dumb fat little kid.
Yeah, you get
I
good
hope-
family
I
genetics
hope
because you
his
were
hair
the
just
ugly
gets worse.
one in the family, and
They
you're
min-max
the
everyone
handsome
else,
one
yeah.
of the group.
Dude, thanks, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I definitely, you guys haven't seen my dad really, but I just kind of
You're
look
like the
my
medium
dad.
attractive girl that hangs out with fat girls in order to make herself look attractive.
Look better.
Yeah.
Well, see, there's in
You're
this
a 10
way-
around us.
And in this world, though, just being a okay, attractive dude while maintaining goofiness and being funny is better than just being like a hot dude that's got no personality. Not for just casual sex,
Yeah.
but for getting a long-term hot girlfriend. It's
Long-term
definitely-
sex.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
do long-term relationships. I'm just a one-night
No,
stand
yeah,
kind of
you're
guy.
just kind of, you're kind of a player.
Yeah.
I've noticed.
Yep.
I've picked that up a
I
little
got
bit.
away with women.
You have Riz.
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
Riz women.
No, women
You
look
are
for
one.
the exits when they start talking to me. They're like, "Oh, okay, there's a door right there. All right,
Willard's
what do
girlfriend's
you
like,
want?"
Like, babe, do we have to go in here? And
We
you
have to
were
go
like,
in the house.
don't make a noise in here.
We gotta sneak in the back door.
You gotta be really
I swear I've got a wife and kids. They're just asleep right now.
Yeah,
You can't see them. You'll never get to see
Yeah.
them.
Come on in.
I
come
lead
on
him.
in.
I lead him into a Dexter room with fucking plastic on the floor and the walls. She didn't like it when I let her in and I closed the door and turned the door knob.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
deadbolt.
fucking
There's
deadbolt.
a lot of thieves around
Yeah.
here. I've
live
gotta
in a
be
sketchy
careful.
area.
I've got to be careful.
And
Don't
she's
mind
like,
the
I just went to the
soundproofing."
CVS. There's not a single lock on the gum rack or the Rogaine or nothing. I don't think this is a bad area.
Oh, it's terrible, man.
But
Things
yeah,
I've
I'm
seen.
full of Riz. I don't like
I'm
that.
busting. I
Yeah.
hate that word.
I hate it.
hate
I
them.
saw Hassan use the word Riz like a month and a half
He's
ago.
getting- he's too old for
He's
that.
too old
Yeah.
to use that word.
He's too
He used
old.
the word Riz
He's too- oh,
like
no.
a month and a half ago, right when it came out. And people immediately in the comments are like, "Shut up, you're 35."
No, it's like-
How old is he? Is he
He's
like
like-
in his late 20s?
Yeah,
or-
he's younger than me. He's like 28 or something. And people were like dragging him for being 28 and using the word Riz.
Riz is actually a genius word because if you're too old to say it, it sounds fucking insane.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
It's actually a genius word for Zoomers,
Yeah.
honestly.
It-
I love it.
It's fun. I saw a TikTok the other day of Hassan being like, and I finally dressed up and like people are shitting on me for
Got
trying.
rizzed
And
out.
he I rizzed out and I had drip on. And I'm like, okay. And like he clearly doesn't have like a tailor or something because he's wearing pants that are like parachute pants and his sleeves for his suit stop like here. I'm like,
yeah.
he's like such a handsome dude. He's like almost nerfing himself
Yeah.
with how poorly he dresses in a lot of things where I'm like, if you have enough money, just pay someone to tell you what to wear and you will just be the hottest guy ever. Like, thanks. Keep doing it. Keep wearing
Did he buy
ugly
like
shit.
a multi-million dollar house or something?
Yeah,
like, he's
but it's
got the money for it.
I mean, he's like one of the biggest streamers. Like a lot of, I've noticed. I mean, as I say, wearing two hats right now, and I'm thank God you can't see my bottom half. It looks like I'm wearing little Swedish girl clogs with white socks and camo shorts. But like a lot of streamers, they just don't know how to dress at all or how to decorate. They don't know how to shape a room to save their goddamn life. It's insane to me. When you go and visit so I'm not going to name any names, Devin, Omid, people like that.
Critical,
you go to the
critical
you go to their
They're
place,
dudes. They're
and it's
dudes.
like,
Yeah.
but it's like, I'm a dude. You know,
Yeah.
I'm as manly as it comes.
But you're
And it's
People would walk. Okay, but
wow, you sound like my mother.
We'll add a little bleep there. Oh yeah, if your mom's saying it, it's not good news.
But like, obviously, this room's ridiculous, intentionally so. But like, Sam, look at your room. Like,
No,
you know
I'm
how to
kidding,
decorate
yeah.
a house. It's just, I just don't get why. Like,
he gets Abby to do it though. That's
no,
the
he
thing.
doesn't. Dude,
No,
there's no way.
Abby wants it to
modern.
look like a live, laugh, love
Yeah,
fucking.
I knew it.
Oh, I
there's no
already know
way
it, dude.
she's
That would
not a
be
live, laugh,
horrifying.
love.
No. This room's a
Not a
goddamn
chance.
nightmare compared to the rest of the house, dude.
This
the
is
rest
your
of the
man
house
cave.
is. You know, I should honestly.
That's how I feel.
I should have the one room that's on camera all the time. I should put some shit in here. Like I have like just like the leftover scraps from the rest of my house. I put into this room that's like, oh, garbage. I'm embarrassed to have out for guests. I throw in here, but I should put some effort in here. I should get some flooring, maybe not a disco ball or anything, but
no,
you
this
definitely-
is too much.
it's too much. But there,
I like
I
it.
think there is something. Brian, you can shut up for a moment and you can turn off your
not saying
empty
anything.
mind because
Brian,
you're not
shut
gonna
up.
relate
What?
to this.
What are you talking about?
But
What?
as a creative, you should be able to turn around, look at your room, and like just get inspired by the things you have collected around you. You know,
Big Kenny
Like
Gumball
amiibos
machine.
and
Big Kenny and
baseball
Rich.
cards.
Own
Kenny
that
and Rich-
Gumball machine.
Kenny and Rich.
All right, look at
Rich,
something
big
right
and
now
rich?
and get what's inspiring about your room right now. Look at it.
Oh no, that my everything that is
That's what you
decorated
think it
is
should be.
right around the
Yeah.
corner. It's out of frame. I swear to God.
On that-
Same here, man.
I'll
Same
take
here.
a, I'll
You're
take
getting
a
the bad-
goddamn
you're getting the
pic of
bad
my.
corner.
Fuck you! I'll
You're
be
gonna-
right back.
Brian, same.
No, man, no, for sure, dude.
Took a picture.
Yeah, I had to go take a picture because you're so full of shit and I hate you.
Oh, you're gonna fucking hold it up to the screen like a
No,
boomer?
I'm not.
Oh.
I'm gonna put it into the call like a normal ass
okay.
human being.
Okay.
I
Let's
genuinely
see.
thought putting it up to the screen would be the best option. I'm the boomer.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to do
Now
if I
you're
took
booming.
a picture.
Okay, now that I'm uploading it, I'm like, this ain't a great pic, but there's like stuff. I have stuff. It's better than this
No,
room.
that's that's nice. Now let's see Paul Allen's. Let me show you my living room
Oh, shit.
upstairs that
I got to see the rest of the house, dude. You get that one room so packed. I gotta know, like you got.
Sam lives in a time capsule, dude.
every
What the
room's
fuck?
packed. Was that today or yesterday when we FaceTimed with Hamid, like trying to talk about Crater Clash?
Oh yeah.
I showed Hamid the room I was in. He was like, "Oh, are you in your stream room? Like it's all with all the shit." And I'm like, "This is a room no one sees. This is just like our."
This is for me,
I just
man.
took a while to redecorate it recently, but it's like the we'd always call it the. It's like it used to be just like a hotel vibe because this whole house before I started buying art and furniture, it just felt like an Airbnb where it's like so sterile. And
My problem with
I just hate that feeling. Like I don't know.
and I'm on the opposite
Oh, like
end
a
where it's
decorated
like, you
Airbnb.
buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird to just buy shit one at a time, though. That's what I fucking hate. So it ends up being all or nothing. You know what I mean?
These pictures don't really do
That
it
makes sense.
justice like yours. It's like if you see it,
Do you just buy all this at once, or do you just add
Oh my
on to your
God.
collection? Because it's so
is-
fucking weird.
Yours looks
Let me
like
see.
a room that would be an architectural digest for like a studio apartment in Manhattan. You know.
This is
Like,
this
this
is
is-
crammed with shit.
It
too.
is very.
What
It
the
is a
fuck?
very specific, eclectic, like bohemian
yeah,
aesthetic.
little,
It is.
thank you.
It's a little bit
And
of everything. Those
I'm
curtains
working-
fucking rock, by the way.
Why do you have like
Thank
you have
Those
like a
curtains
diner
go
floor?
hard.
What the fuck?
I'm working with stuff that was already here and what I buy. Like all the huge
Yeah.
pictures I bought. The
Yeah.
R2D2 cooler, obviously, I bought. All the shit on the tables, all the
Has a
tables.
cooler.
Like the couch was already there. I just threw that rug in. I literally changed that room from a room no one ever wants to be in to this. And
To a room that
honestly,
one guy
I do
wants to be
think
in.
I have
Me,
a little bit of.
You know.
I like how you took the first picture and then you're like, hold on a second. We need a little bit of R2D2 cooler in this. And you
Oh,
backed
wait,
up
I didn't even know he
and
said
took
two.
a second photo.
Well, it also has that huge picture in it.
Yeah, that's true. That thing's big.
Yeah.
That's a big one. Oh, is there titties on that?
Yeah, there's titties
Boing.
and multiple of them. I know.
right.
I go in that room I call it the jerk off room where I stare at pictures and jerk off the nudie mags.
just standing there.
Like, I don't know. My mom is so weird. Where like she's really good at like interior design,
Yeah.
but if you tried to call her an interior designer, she thinks. The other day she was talking about, or no, this was a couple months ago, about how she's like, she really wants to be a good artist. but she's so impatient she can't be one. And the closest thing she has is like being really good at designing a space, but she thinks interior design is like a fake art, and she's like, if you called me that, I'd be insulted. Like, I'm not an interior designer. Like, what am I, a guy or a person that stages a room for someone to sell a house? Like, she's so anti interior design as a concept, which is weird. But it's like her main thing she does for cabins.
Interior design is like a harder discipline than making like a picture.
Well, she's really good at it, but she will not admit that it's a thing. She's like, do not label me as that. Like,
like two different things.
You should explain to her that, what makes Annie Leibovitz a prolific, like, well-regarded photographer is her ability to make ensemble photos. Have you ever tried to take a photo of 15 people without it looking like a school photo where everybody's lined up in 2 rows?
That's what I always say.
That's what like being a good interior decorator is being able to like create a room without it feeling like a goddamn hotel lobby.
Oh, and I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there. And she's like, fine. The other day she came here, she saw the upstairs is way more like professionally looking. And she's like, okay,
look at my eyes.
Yeah, they're really creepy. You look like
it looks like those little fake glasses. You know
like
those fake.
I know you're talking about. They have like they change your little like holographic ones. Yeah, those look so weird.
That looks awesome.
My mom is so weird about. The other day she was talking like, I met this guy that works for my mom now, who it's like her oldest friend. My mom doesn't have a lot of friends. Hopefully that's not doxing. She's the loser from my hometown.
Yeah. Hold on. Everybody figure out who's the one person with no friends.
Like all of her friends are like 80-year-olds.
Everybody look for the loser.
Yeah. Like all my mom's friends are like really old people. And because I mean, I've told you guys briefly, but about like that kind of like friendship betrayal she had. Kind of has led to her having like massive trust issues.
Dude, I've thought about that betrayal since then, and it's actively pissed me off. And I want to befriend your mom and create like a vendetta. Like I feel like I could talk to her and be like, "You need to have some more teeth, lady. Like we could fuck this lady over."
I genuinely think you would like my mom. I've thought that before many times, which is weird. You guys you're kind of like my mom.
Yeah, I feel like we could have I could inject a little bit of.
You could do some like Count of Monte Cristo type shit on this guy.
Plenty of spite. All right.
No, she just has a lot of restraint.
A person that'll burn something to the ground just to make a point.
I love a spiteful, angry bitch.
Yeah. Literally, that entire side of the family is filled with such weird, like, Appalachian Rage of, like, that grandpa I never met. Everything I hear about the guy, I'm like, I don't know if this guy would like fucking kill me or kill anyone that wronged me. They're like incredibly loyal, but
wait a second.
They take everything way too far.
You described them like feral people.
Wait a second. Didn't you say your family's originally from Kentucky?
Yeah.
I just remembered. I went to the one time I went to a family reunion for my mom's side of the family, like your mom's side of the family. There was a guy that had mapped out the entire family tree for my mom's side. And it came down to like in the 1800s, the early 1800s, there's 4 brothers that came down from the mountains of Kentucky. Yep. And they came down into, and they like one of them, his name was like Jardis or something, like it was like a weird name,
something classy like Jarvis, but
it was it was like Jardis or like Jart or something, like Shart or something. His name was Dirtman or something, and they ended up just being moonshiner pieces of shit. But it's weird though. We could be cut from the same cloth.
Yeah, no, technically, it's a very specific type of insanity that comes from those mountains. The blue people, all this stuff. There's a lot of weird shit. But
like, how many phone calls have we had where you call me and then we just sit there and cackle for 40 minutes without saying a word, and then we hang up the phone and we go, "I'm tired." It's laughing slash screaming. I tired myself out.
And then I think I saw someone in my house, and you hear gunshots.
Yes.
And I go, "Oh shit! Wait, I forgot I had a dog."
Oh, my dog.
Oh, what the fuck was that creature? But no, yeah, like I don't know. I had a weird talk with her the other day because like I met my everyone calls him my Uncle Chris. People kept saying you haven't met your Uncle Chris yet, because that's like what my sister and brother call him. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? You know, he's not related to us. It's just one of those like, but it's also not like I've got people when I was a kid. I'm like, oh, I call them uncle because they're my dad's best friend or something. I've never met this guy, so I'm like why do
Bizzle
I call him
is Uncle Bizzle?
Yeah. I'm like, why do I call him Uncle Chris? Like, I'm just meeting the man.
Yeah.
And he was so fucking funny and so just like, I don't know, not what I expected. He works at my mom's place now. And like, he's just gonna like take over eventually, like running it or something. And he was telling me about like, yeah, like your mom plays poor when she was a kid, and like then she became poor and all this stuff. I'm like, what are you talking about? Apparently my mom, because she never tells me any of this shit. Like our family, like they used to have a Jaguar and stuff. And my grandma, like no one ever said this part. All I know is that my grandpa was a coal miner, but my grandma's family owned the coal mine that he was a coal miner at.
So he was like the goddamn manager or something? Like it was not...
Yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck? Because my mom is so adamant, like hardworking, like, you know, we come from dirt, all this shit. I'm like, you're just
we come from the dirt that we own,
like,
you know.
I'm like, I was raised way more poor than you. Like, you are the fake poor. Your parents were the real poor, your dad. And then it got lost because my grandma got cut off for marrying a coal miner.
Oh, that's
and
bad
all this shit. And
you don't marry the help.
No,
exactly.
And this guy,
that's just
my
bad.
Uncle Chris, was like
That dick
revealing.
game must have been ridiculous.
He was, my grandpa.
He's got that coal miner dick. He's got that black lung stamina. They say dudes with black lung have insane stamina. 4 or 5 minutes that they're passed
going
out.
at it like it's a fucking stubborn rock. They
Coughing up blood on her tits and everything.
Yeah, sorry. That's my grandma. And he was just telling. He was revealing like family lore I've never heard about, and talking about like she was the most spoiled girl in our school and all this stuff. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is going on? And then he was asking me like, where do you live? And I told him. He's like, oh, not good. He's like, I used to live up there. He's like, yeah, man, just don't go out after night, ha ha ha. And he was talking, he was like, oh, like, but now they'll just shoot you, like, they'll just pull you out of your car and shoot you. And he was talking about, like, the town, I don't know if this is doxing, like, the town I'm from. And he's like, look at me now here. He's like, I'm probably the only brother you've ever seen in this town, like, trying to live here. He's like, I'm sick of it, man. Like, I don't want to be killed. I want to be able to get pissed drunk and go outside and just pull my pants down and be able to piss. And like, he's like, I just don't want to see people anymore. I don't want to ever like see a person at my house.
Like your soulmate.
I'm like, I don't know if I'm there yet, but I think the older I get, the more I'm like, I want to now live in a city. I want to I want to live in a better city than where I do right now.
You're gonna get world weary as you get older, and you're gonna want to
one day
just
I'm gonna move back to where I'm from and just be in the fucking woods. And
do you guys know Tom Green?
Outside. Yeah, the guy, the comedian or whatever.
Yeah, Tom Green. Yeah. By the way, way ahead of his time. He was making Eric Andre's show before Eric Andre was even fucking born. He was.
Is there like a movie where he's like the cover? He's like covered in blood or something, or maybe I don't know. My dad used to have a Tom Green movie. I never watched.
Yeah, something boy. It was like something I forget the name of it.
Like cuts open an animal or something.
About. Yeah, there's
like a weird early memory.
He has a couple movies that didn't do well, but they were like cult classics for the youth.
Let me see.
Kind of like Nacho Libre and like Napoleon Dynamite.
Freddie Got Fingered is the one that I know.
Yeah, that's the one
That's the one I know.
That's the one I was thinking of. But Tom Green had the Tom Green show, which was hilarious. By the way, Norm Macdonald has an excellent guest piece on there where he has 15 different cups. Like every time he goes to take a drink, it's from a different cup, and he keeps like pouring drinks into other cups and like and sipping them. It's just like funny that he never mentions it, but
it was Freddie Got Fingered. My dad had this on DVD, and I was never allowed to watch it, which is weird because I didn't have many movies I wasn't allowed to watch when I was a little kid.
Yeah,
it must be.
But if you keep like up with Tom Green, he made a YouTube channel where he was just like roaming around the West with his dog and a van. He had like a couple of drones and some cameras, and he was just making great vlogs. It was an excellent YouTube channel. And then he was just like, fuck it, like I'm done with Hollywood. And he moved up to like northern Canada, and he just has this like complete, like he's homesteading. It is just like an empty, like just patch of woods out in the middle of nowhere. And he's just like turning it into a like a home. He's like homesteading. And I feel like he was such a social guy, and he's such a funny guy. And then he just got so burnt out with like the Hollywood lifestyle. He lived in LA, I think, for a good chunk of his life. Married to Drew Barrymore. You know, what a catch. She seems like a fun lady. And then
he's married to Drew Barrymore currently?
No, he was.
I was gonna say.
And then it's weird. So they got married and then they got divorced, but they still like love each other. Like I saw him as a guest on her show. And you could tell they're fucking. There wasn't like, they didn't start fucking right there. But you could tell there was just like they still loved each other. They were there, like they still had a lot of love for each other, but they weren't like, we just don't work as a couple. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was
sounds like my parents.
Yes, it was like one of those things where it's like, I respect that, because if I ever got divorced, I'd be like, that fucking bitch. Like I'd be like a boomer style divorce, you know.
And Abby's like super mega spiteful too, so it'd just be like,
Abby would be like,
flinging shit around.
So if I get divorced and there's a lot of rumors about my penis being really small, that's
all
from
fake.
a spiteful lying bitch, right? That's not from a place of truth.
That's why. Okay, that's why it's
but
scorched earth. But that's why you got to be cool with each other, so she'll never say that.
Yeah, but we don't have that kind of relationship. It's real. It's like fire and brimstone in this relationship.
Yeah.
Not a lot of just subtle warmth.
Very volatile.
Yeah, our love language is punches, chokeholds,
beating,
stuff like that.
Punching
from the top,
verbal,
rope
physical.
Type shit.
Yep. Yeah. That's how, everybody loves differently. That's just us. It's what works for us.
Spy versus
Who
spy.
are you?
Like, you try to hurt each other.
Versus spy. Well, a little bit of of course, the one time I can't remember a movie. Mr. and Mrs. Smith. It's a little Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah, there you go.
That's spy versus spy marriage.
We have so many conversations. So many, like, communication is the key to a loving relationship. We have so many just truthful, honest conversations on the other side of a wall from each other, and then we take blind fire shots through the wall.
I just watched that movie recently, so I get that. I know what you're talking about.
We try to blind fire, like,
God, they look hot in that movie.
They do.
They look so good.
Me and Abby look just like that, by the way. She looks like Angelina Jolie, and I look just like...
remind me a lot
just
of
like
them.
Brad Pitt.
And I look a lot
of
like
them.
2006 Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
You definitely do. I can see it. I can definitely, especially with the
It's the eye contact.
The camera directly.
If you got a little bit of Bosley,
If I applied Bosley right here,
you're like way too low, like right above the eyebrows. If you cover it, dude, you would look so insane if your entire forehead was there.
You should do that at least one time.
You have so much forehead, it'd look awesome. Like, if you had bangs.
should I do that for the unsubscribed podcast? Just get Bosley and apply it. I put electrical tape across my forehead, apply Bosley, and then pull it off. Painter's tape.
I've got to see like a Photoshop of you with bangs, what you'd look like low hanging bangs.
That'd be so fucking good.
Just get them just like right in front. Hey
Like
guys,
that,
I'm
yeah.
young.
Yeah.
I look like, who's the big giant ugly Frankenstein guy from the fucking, what's the name of that show?
Put it
The
on the
Munsters
ring.
or whatever.
Oh my god! Go get some. How much is a Bosley can or whatever the fuck?
How much is just a good wig? Just get a good wig.
I need to get a JB, like a Justin Bieber wig. Get some bangs. Oh fuck!
Oh my god!
You would look so hip if you had young, side sweeping, low hair.
Oh, for sure.
2009 Justin Bieber, you would be killing it, dude.
Do
I
it.
would kill.
This is
You're fucking the little AI. You looking up, it looks fucked up for a second there. Yeah, I'd kill for that.
I would fucking murder for that.
Yeah.
this is once again like just off topic. I forgot I googled it because I was talking about that Tom Green movie I wasn't allowed to watch. Have you ever seen Me, Myself, and Irene?
Great movie, yeah. That's a funny
I
movie.
think I might have.
I've never seen that movie, and that was another. There's like only been maybe 2 or 3 movies that when I was younger we had it on DVD, and my dad was like, "Don't watch that. Like you're not allowed to watch that."
movie.
That is one of them. that I wasn't allowed to watch, and I don't know why.
It's because there's a scene where they have sex, and then he wakes up and he's like regular ass Jim Carrey, like not like his alter ego. And then he goes like, what the hell? And he pulls a double-ended dildo out of his ass, like 12 inches of dildo out of his own ass.
Then that probably is why.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
And he's like, what the fuck? And she's like, I don't know. You wanted it. You're the one that put it there. It wasn't me.
Because, yeah, like, I really had a lot of free reign when I was a kid. Like, just watch whatever. Like, it doesn't, I had no restrict. I was very much too, like, you know, I don't know how old your oldest kid is, but you were joking about, like, just leave him at home. Like, I was just like homebound a lot when I was pretty young because my dad just had to work, and you know, like it's just like we couldn't afford a babysitter or anything. So when I was staying with him, it's like you just stay at home. Is it? Yeah. Don't arrest me.
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, how young is too young for legalness?
I don't know
teenager,
about
right?
legalness, but like my parents would leave me at home at like 10, 11 years old.
Nobody actually listens to that. But
it is
illegal.
You know what I was just talking about with Abby? I was like, this is the most
8 or
insane
9,
shit
10.
that my mom used to, after like her divorce.
Then Saul cut that. My dad's a good dad. Okay, we did what we had to do.
Yeah.
I had a great time home. I literally just sit there and watch movies. That's why I consume so much media. I'm just like
with a babysitter in the background.
Yeah, my babysitter.
Yeah.
And she was banging me. She was hot. And she was like from the Babysitter movie.
Which means he paid extra for that. Your dad's really a good parent.
Yeah, my dad.
Happy ending to every babysitter.
Whoa. Not just a babysitter, but she fucks me too? That's incredible.
Yeah. And she's hot.
Yeah, my parents didn't pay for that. I just had like some fat fucking... Like
they pay you for that.
Yeah,
they had to pay her not to fuck me. It was horrible.
Okay, so I found my old babysitter on Instagram, and it's so doxing who it is. So I'm not gonna say like her handle,
celebrity or something.
She is
Super Mario?
like she's like an
it?
Instagram celebrity for sure, but she's like a super like pro fat lady Instagram handle.
Your babysitter is a famous.
Yes, like she photographs fat ladies and like.
I need to know.
She's like an artist where all she does is like photograph fat ladies, and then she talks about how like great fat people are. But then she's like, I'm an artist, right? I'm a starving artist. I don't have any money, so like donate money to like my
starving.
Yeah, she's starving.
No, she's like, okay, well she eats nothing but fucking jujubes and like Werther's Originals and shit. So her teeth are rotting out. And she's like, could you donate me for like my dental treatment or whatever? That I need like $30,000 worth of goddamn dental work done.
Shit.
But what's funny is like she's like on the bleeding edge of just like left-wingedness. That she's also like, when you donate me money, take whatever amount that you would donate to me and donate it to like a black person that you know. Like take like 20%.
Oh, you told me about this girl
before.
Yeah, take 20% of like whatever you donate to me and give it to like just a random black person for reparation.
Donation plus tip.
Yeah.
How much are you'd have to believe it'd be really cheap. Like how much are wooden teeth? Because people in revolutionary times were getting those.
Okay, honestly, George Washington in revolutionary times had wooden teeth, and he was the richest man in America.
I was gonna say, he would be very wealthy.
That's like Elon Musk having
like $1 million.
But nowadays you'd have to imagine that.
By the way,
wooden teeth would not be that expensive.
I'm just gonna say
with wild and comfortable
that people talk shit about George Washington having wooden teeth. He also had teeth. Dentures made from slaves' teeth that were yanked out of their fucking head. That's not a good look for the first prez. Not a good look.
That's not a great look.
Yeah, he had slave dentures.
That's not a good look. Saying that's dope.
Yeah. Okay. If you take it out of the context of slavery, that is dope that he has somebody else's teeth.
If he was a video game villain or something,
if he said it was the teeth out of his enemies, that would be dope.
If it's a D&D character, that's badass.
Wait,
but as a real person...
I do think I cut you off earlier, and I'm sorry for that. But I did have something kind of funny to say. Like you were talking about your dad leaving you home alone at a young age. I just realized how ridiculous this was growing up. When my mom got divorced, she kind of just gave up on life. And when I was like 11, imagine an 11-year-old doing this. I was talking about this a couple days ago in Discord, Brian. You might remember this. My mom just let me get her credit card and order just sacks of magnesium off the internet. And then I would use this magnesium, and I had a copy of the Anarchist Cookbook, and I would sit there with a goddamn camping stove, a Coleman stove on the back patio, and I would mix magnesium and sugar over an open flame and make like this emulsified like this sugar compound that I would then pour on the concrete.
Hummingbird food for people.
No, I would pour it down on the floor. Like magnesium is incredibly flammable, so if the flame touched this shit, I probably would have blown a hand off or something. And I would pour it into like little cookies on the pavement, and then I would go down to the Army surplus store, and they would have Canon fuses you could buy.
And give them to homeless people.
And I would poke the fuses down into the molten magnesium sugar compound, and it would make these smoke bombs that were just so goddamn potent. I'm talking like once they hardened back up, you'd light them, and it would just make like you could cover like a square block in thick smoke. And so then I would sit there and go like, how many can I light? I want to see how smoky I can get the neighborhood. Yeah. Now consider I live in like. Neighborhood I grew up in is like houses that are so goddamn close to each other. Like this is 40, 50 houses in one square block. And like I would cover the entire neighborhood in dense, thick fog.
What's happening?
And like as I grew up, I was like, why do our neighbors hate us? Like why? Yeah. And I'm like, the fucking next door neighbors are trying to have like a piano like a lesson. Like they were trying to teach people piano stuff out of their house. They're trying to run a business, and the next door neighbor is covering the entire square block in dense fog.
You're like the Malcolm in the Middle family, where like all the neighbors fucking hate you because you the fucking. And
since Sam's all three of the siblings.
What's funny is I didn't get that Malcolm in the Middle was supposed to be a stark depiction of lower income families.
No, I mean, no.
Until I got older, I was just like, it's just if I had an extra brother.
They're like, I know.
Oh, that'd be cool if I had a Dewey, because my brother was like Reese. I was like Malcolm, but retarded. And then if I had a Dewey, I would be right there, dude.
I was like a Malcolm, just like a total bitch. And then I had a Francis brother, and then I didn't have a Dewey or a Reese.
You didn't have a Reese? Dude, you gotta have the Reese. That's
the Francis though.
Yeah,
that's what turns you into a dude that like an upstanding citizen is having some guy that's constantly fucking
keeps
you over.
As a Malcolm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Making you look better.
Okay, you ever read that book
Dewey's
Ender's
the
Game?
Best character. No.
Ender's Game was an incredible. There's two books that shaped me as a child. There's The Walk by Stephen King, and then there's Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card. Oh, and then there's The Thief Lord by
Percy
I don't
Jackson,
know who.
The Lightning Thief, you mean?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. And then there's
Man, it really
but
shaped
Ender's
you.
Game was incredibly like it shaped me a lot as a kid, and the government was making a perfect child, right? And they realized that if his younger sister was too soft, and then they realized his older brother was too hard. But if you had the contrast of a kind of an evil older brother and a soft-hearted younger sister, then they would create kind of a middle ground child. And I feel like my brother, being the evil older child,
see, I have a sweet younger sister though.
But you didn't have the.
But I didn't have the little Dewey. I didn't have the soft side.
I do have. I said that I didn't have like a Dewey, but it's just because they're way younger than me. But I have like really sweet younger siblings, so they are now like the golden children of the family. But I'm like just I'm like Stevie. I'm just like a wheelchair bound nerd. Like, I don't know. I got a lot of problems.
If you guys have any recommendations for headphones, let me know. Brian, you got a recommendation for headphones? Well, are you wearing a graphic tee?
What?
Wearing
I got this from. Hold on. I spilled like a shitload. I got this from TwitchCon.
Oh, really? Brian just doesn't strike me as a graphic tee type guy. He seems like a guy that wears gray shirts at all times. Maybe like an Under Armour shirt or something like that. Yo, Poop, what kind of headphones do you have? My I'm ashamed to show them off. My headphones have like ear grease all over the inside of them. They're so fucking old.
I actually really like mine.
If I pull on these, I don't have hearing out of my left ear. But I know that you are.
No grease.
What do you got? What do you got, Brian?
They're clean. Look, no
you
grease.
You got Sennheisers?
Yeah.
What do you got?
Yeah.
I have the Biodynamic DT770s, but they have a better one, even called like the 990s or something. But
990s.
I really like them. They're super comfortable.
Do you remember when like Guacamole Jones?
I have tinnitus. There's no point in having a good
Sennheisers.
one. Yeah, he got like 200,000 subscriubers. He's like, I'm gonna buy $1,400 headphones.
Yeah. It's
funny that
I don't know. I'm so cautious to do something like that, but then I'm just like,
insane.
Then I'll just spend like that much on like art in a month of shit I do not need.
Yeah, but okay, you have goddamn
opposite.
eyeballs and stuff. Like,
yeah.
I feel like my ears. I'm 30 years old. I've had so many screaming babies around me. I've gone to shooting ranges without hearing protection. I know my goddamn ears suck way too much to be getting $1,400 headphones.
Yeah, I'm scared about my hearing in the long run, and also I don't want to become an audiophile because I know once you start on that path, it just
become
affects
a fucking
all,
asshole.
Yeah, one, you become a douchebag. Two, it affects all music you hear. Like if you're in someone else's car, you're like,
fidelity is not a flat.
Acoustic environment isn't up to standards.
I like that I put in
AirPods
on
this thing,
and I'm like, these sound really, really good.
Some of my favorite movie experiences.
You want to be happy with that
AirPods
shit, right?
watching a movie on a plane.
Yeah,
I've had some of the
AirPods that good.
I don't know why. Like it's so funny to me too. But my dad has like for a birthday or something a couple years ago. Like everyone got him. Like we got him like a 4K TV. The main way I ever see my dad watching anything when I go over there, over the ear headphones that he got, like these Sonys, and he just stands and watches it on his phone. And he just loves watching movies and shows just on his phone.
Hell yeah.
And he'll just stand like by the door, like walk around and just be like, I'm like, dude, like you've got a sound
That's
bar.
dad energy, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, dads are guys that pass through the living room and then they see something on the TV and they stand full ass legs split with their arms crossed. And they go like, I'm just going to watch it for like 2 more seconds and then I got to go rake the yard. And they'll stand there for 48 fucking minutes.
My dad's really into like stand-up comedy. Or like,
commercial
he
breaks
watches
later.
a lot of podcasts and stuff. And he'll just stand there and just be like cracking up. I'm like, what are you laughing at over there? What are you he's really into like that.
You should show him Forehead Fables.
Dude, that sounds scary. No, honestly, I think my dad would like Forehead Fables, which is just, to me, I just have so many weird complexes of my own. I'm like, I know he'd like it. It'd probably honestly bring us closer, but I just don't really want my dad watching it.
My dad keeps bringing up this guy that learns languages super fast. And he's like, he keeps comparing me to him.
Oh, that's
bro. You're still stuck on English.
He's like, have you heard of this guy? And it's like, it's this dude that he's a great YouTuber. But he's like a what is that called? A polymath? Someone that just knows. No, it's not polymath. There's another
something.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Polytongue,
polylanguage,
a parcel tongue. He's a parcel tongue.
Isn't that a Harry Potter thing?
No,
parcel mouth or whatever. Like you can talk to snakes.
And
no, it's I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's this guy that's just like,
you're just smarter and better.
Yeah, he's basically smarter and more gooders. And he goes like, like I found this weird dialect out of Nairobi, and he just like will just learn this language over like a 4-day period, and then he'll go down to like the Nairobi district of his town.
4 days?
Yeah, he's that good at it. He'll practice it for like 4 days.
I think I've seen what you're talking. He'll go into places and then like talk to him and they're like super impressed.
Yeah, he'll just be like,
so cool.
He'll order in like in like Liberian dialect like a meal.
We should do that. We should do that. We should all of
I can't fucking speak English half the time.
For 4 days, we should just learn Ebonics, and then we should go into like
into the ghetto and try to order
and get something. Order at what was that restaurant?
We're gonna get fucking knifed. You're talking about us getting killed. But you want me to go down to Hip Hop Fish and Chicken down on fucking on Gain Street?
After 4 days of
I'm gonna
training,
get goddamn shot, dude. I'm not going down there. By the way, Hip Hop
it would
Fish and
be awesome.
Chicken,
It'd be a good
owned by
video.
T-Pain's uncle in Tallahassee, Florida. All right, the guy's a badass. Come on
Yeah.
down to Hip Hop Fish and Chicken. It's the place with a couple Cavaliers parked out front with spinners, constantly spinning.
That's fucking awesome. Yeah, that's like a
that
mascot
place
there.
honestly has some damn good fish and chicken. All right, the food there fucking rocks.
But you have to like order in their secret way, or else they won't give it. They'll give you the shitty.
You know what
stuff,
sucks though is
right?
I saw an interview where someone was asking T-Pain like, "Oh, can you tell us about Hip Hop Fish and Chicken and like your uncle?" And he's like,
We should try to get T-Pain on the podcast.
"Well, this is what fucks me up
Yeah,
is
you might be
T-Pain
able
was
to.
told the interview, don't talk about my family." That was an opportunity.
What?
That was an opportunity for him to give his uncle a little
To
bit
shout
of
it out,
like a
yeah.
shout out about his restaurant
Yeah.
enterprise. And
Maybe he
T-Pain
doesn't like his uncle.
He doesn't like his uncle. He refused to give Hip Hop Fish and
Clearly.
Chicken some props. And guess what happened?
You-
Hip Hop Fish
why-
and Chicken closed down
Why don't
because
you- okay.
T-Pain
Oh my
refused to say a positive
Wait,
word
why?
about his
Hip-hop,
uncle's
Dude, what?
his uncle's business
you did more
ventures
for his uncle than he
out
did.
of
You
the
give us some of
850.
give us some of your
Of our
input.
goddamn hometown, Tallahassee's place is a goddamn death trap. The Capitol building looks like a cock and balls, and you're gonna tell me you're not gonna give your uncle some props on his fucking store, his
Maybe it
fish and chip
blows,
store?
dude.
Sweet
Maybe it
hip-hop
sucked.
fish and
It was
chicken.
awesome. Everybody was
It
talking
apparently
about
was
hip
good,
hop
eh?
fish and chicken. All
If
right,
it was that good and everyone was talking about it, it wouldn't have closed down.
It may
You wouldn't have
be.
to rely
man.
on a T-Pain
maybe the
shout out.
finances were fucked
You know,
up. All
a
right.
lot of restaurants continue to go without a celebrity endorsement.
Yeah, well, the celebrity endorsement might have helped a little bit.
Yeah, it might have.
It
yeah.
would've.
Might have.
And it made good
T-Pain is a
food,
goddamn
apparently.
kingmaker in this town. All right, he's the only person of note that came through here, except for
He was from
we got
Tallahassee.
T-Pain and we got we also have Ted Bundy. Those are the two things. Jim Morrison
the
from
two
the
golden
Doors
child.
went to school at FSU.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I've
That's
been to his house on Chapel Street, but and
really
I've
care
been
about
to
the
the
Doors,
sorority
but-
house where Ted Bundy killed those ladies and
Yeah.
bludgeoned that one with a piece of wood.
And he
Yes.
rock hard walking through
Yeah.
it, looking at it.
This is
My mom's friend actually was my mom's like best friend was in a duplex, and on the other side of the firewall, on the other unit of the duplex, was where Ted Bundy snuck in through the kitchen window and killed that lady, and then put that bottle of hairspray up her pussy.
That's like Hitman. Holy shit.
And she was fucked up for a long time about that. She was like,
What? It didn't happen to her.
it didn't happen to her. It
Oh,
had-
lightning does-
imagine sleeping on the other side of a wall
That's true.
where Ted Bundy was going absolutely animal mode on this lady. Because when
She hear it?
no, she didn't hear it. She just woke up and like cops were outside. Okay, so like Ted Bundy, his like the
Jesus.
way his crime spree happened, by the time he got to Tallahassee, he was kind of like a cornered animal, and he knew he was gonna get caught, and so
And that was the last thing on his bucket list was to shove a hairspray up someone's
he
pussy.
went
So he's like, I gotta get this
ape
one done.
shit in a sorority house, and then he went
Oh
ape
my
shit at a
God.
duplex. He was just because at the time FSU was still heavily a woman's college, and so he was just like
not
he just
anymore.
went rampant down here, and it was like a scary time, and it was also kind of a time where he wasn't in his normal serial killer mode. He was more of like a spree killer, and so it was just spooky times, man. And my mom was like, yeah, that like my friend was fucked up forever because of that. Just like imagine waking up and like the person, your next door neighbor, was brutally murdered on the other side of a wall from you.
Yeah, like, and he was like the supervillain at the time, right?
Like, well, he wasn't caught immediately. It's not like they did it and then they
Yeah.
caught him. It was like he was still on the lam for like a month or something like that. Yeah, I would be fucking terrified.
Yikes. Yeah, that sounds really, really
I thought she
scary.
like bought the house after he did that. I was
No,
like,
no,
well,
no,
who
no, no.
cares?
It
I mean,
happened
it's like a
on the
blessing.
other side of the wall from her. Yeah. Wasn't it you, Poob, or was that was talking about you had a family member that was going to be a victim of Charles Manson?
It's not me.
No, that was
My family would never fall for that.
Charles Manson didn't
We
kill
are very
anybody.
skeptical people.
Well, he didn't kill his own, right? He
no,
killed
it was. Do
randoms.
you remember that guy? Oh, I don't want to say his full name. Do you remember Ryan, Tom's friend?
Yeah.
Is this like
They took him-
X-Boys
yeah.
guys?
You're talking
Yeah,
about me,
I'm
Ryan,
making
okay,
eye
the one that I
contact with
like-
you. Don't you think I'm fucking
Yeah,
talking
okay,
to you?
yeah. All right, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Ryan had Basically,
Big
they had a
luscious
friend
lips.
that had a very specific layout to a house, and it was a very specific color house. It was a blue house, and it was in a very specific area.
What were the numbers in the front of the house?
Well, this was
In
in
what city?
This was in L.A. or whatever, wherever the fuck Charles
Uh-huh.
Manson was. I think it was in like L.A. Right?
I don't know a lot about Charles Manson.
Once upon a time in Hollywood, so yeah, I guess.
Basically, Charles Manson told his crew like scope out this house, and they had scoped it out, and then they decided just randomly not to do it. And when after like the Sharon Tate murders happened, and they arrested all the people and everything, they were asking them about their crimes, and like the main guy, his name was Tex or something like that. They did like an interview with him. And they asked him about like their plans and everything. He's like, we were scoping out a different house that was blue, and it had like this certain light on the front porch, and it turned out to be basically this guy Ryan's family's house. Like growing up, it was like his parents' house, and they were.
If only they had targeted that instead of Sharon Tate's.
I never would have had this guy in my life.
Then it would have been like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I thought they were killing her on purpose.
Sharon, yeah, they were, but they had also had other people like
but also,
lined
let's
up.
kill this random guy.
Yeah.
Family.
Yeah, let's fuck this guy.
Well, they were planning on doing Helter Skelter. They were planning on just killing at random to kind of cause like. There wasn't a whole lot of thought behind this. They acted like there was. People have kind of built up Charles Manson to be kind of a headier person than he was. Maybe a little bit more intellect than he actually has.
I rolled the nickels.
Yeah, I roll. You listen to that fucking video of him just like, I rolled the nickels, man. The game is mine. I deal the cards. That guy's fucking insane. All right, there wasn't a whole lot of thought going through this guy's head when he was like, "Go kill people at random and then come back and suck my dick," because he was sleeping with every woman there. Like he was just trying to keep them busy or whatever while he rehydrated. So he could have sex the next day.
That's exactly
He's like Gatorade.
He was like, I don't know. Go pick up some Gatorade, kill some people, come back here and suck my dick tomorrow. I don't know. I'm done today, all right? I'm fucking worn out.
Electrolytes. I need
Give me some pineapple, too. I heard it tastes
Give me
better.
some goddamn salt cubes and some fucking water and some Pedialyte or something.
Invent Pedialyte. Something for babies and drunk men to enjoy. Some sort of beverage. Make me feel better.
Yes.
Come quicker. Yes.
Oh, man.
He should have been recruiting scientists.
Yeah.
Instead of hippies.
Could you imagine a man let's say it, injected with enough Riz, dare I say, to not only get the dregs of society and the wayward sons, but also just like scientists and actual smart people, like people that could fucking do some shit.
That's gonna be my next Hobgoblin arc. Use my charisma to get the intellects of the world to create Gatorade, light blue
Then
flavor.
you can have like you ever seen that movie The Rock with Sean Connery and Nicholas? Excellent movie, by the way. That movie fucking rocks. But
I've been to Alcatraz, actually.
You have?
Yeah.
I looked at it from a distance. Is it as cool as it seems from a gaze?
I was like 8 years old. I remember it being like from the movie The Rock, and there was like ghosts or something, and that's about it. All the coolest things I've ever done in my life were when I was a kid and my mom was dating a rich guy, and I have almost zero memory of any of them. I went to every mainland state in a beautiful RV. It's like the goddamn Harry Potter. Like they took I just have
like a Pensieve
long-term memory. Yeah, like
Dumbledore took his wand and pulled your memories out.
They pulled,
and then instead of putting it in a bowl, he put it down the fucking toilet and
all the
flushed
badass.
it.
It's weird because it's like at that same age.
Get this back.
It's like I feel like it was only a year or two before, but I remember way more like Halo 1 and stuff. I don't remember like, oh, there's the Grand Canyon, kids. There's the goddamn Mount Rushmore, whatever.
Dude, that's on the bucket list is Horseshoe Bend.
Grand Canyon?
I want to go there with my kids,
seen it.
but
I went to Vegas. when I was like 7. Where you can't
What
do
the?
anything.
Who
That's
fucking
dope.
cares?
Yeah.
Who goes to Vegas with a
Well,
7-year-old?
who takes a kid?
I
yeah,
would
who takes a kid to
rather
Vegas?
drive
They gave me
off.
to a hooker. And let me.
You,
I'd
yeah,
rather
you got his dick sucked
drive down
first
into the
time.
Grand Canyon with a Winnebago than fucking
My first
bring a
blowjob.
kid to Las Vegas.
I barely. It's
Dude,
worst
would
part
you-
that I barely remember.
I am curious. Like, I don't know if, and where you guys are from or like your friends and stuff. I feel like when I talk about it, it started wildly early with a lot of my close friends for like just kind of debauchery, like just
Debauchery?
just like general like.
Deba-
Okay, so I was always such a I had a weird complex where like I did not have strict parents, but I self-policed myself a lot. Like
Same
I
thing
think if
here,
you-
baby. Same
if
thing
you don't
here.
have strict parents, you either go one or two ways. But like I very much like I didn't want to be like my older brother and stuff because I was young. And like I very much like I self-policed myself. I wouldn't do anything my friends were doing, but I'd hang out with them. And like I don't know, like I don't know, when did like you people around you guys start drinking or like smoking weed? Like how old? I don't know if you remember like what grade.
High school, like grade 9, 10.
Remember, I'm all uneducated and shit. I
Why?
didn't have friends in
Dude,
high school.
what
I
are you
dropped
gonna
out.
say?
yeah. A lot of my friends started drinking like 5th grade, 6th grade.
We knew some kids that were doing it at 7th grade, but
like
we're
5th
like
or
those
6th
guys are
grade
fucking
because a
beyond
lot
saving.
of our like older brothers and shit. And my friends were we were trying to create alcohol because they understood the process, but trying to like ferment
Oh my
alcohol
God.
in like 6th grade in my friend's dad's attic.
ghetto.
And people would like have sex up there. People would bang in like 6th grade, 7th grade. It's so gross to even like, because I was just like, guys, I don't want any part of it, but I'll hang out with you. You know, like we're cool. And like, it's just insane to me that a lot of them now are much more successful and intelligent people than me, and they were getting drunk in like 5th grade. I'm like, I thought it was supposed
They
to.
got it out of their
I thought it was
system,
supposed
dude.
to stunt you harder, and they were smoking weed in like junior high. I'm like, wait, why aren't you? Why am I less intelligent than you? What is going on? It's not fair. Is what I'm
Yeah.
getting at. And I don't know. It's just insane. Like it is, and it's not like.
Have you ever considered that what you're
it's not
at right
even
now
the-
is peak intellect, and then submitting yourself to the corporate drone world is something that dumber people do? So monetary success is
Oh, you're
not
trying
a
to say you're
means
woke.
of like gauging true
Listen,
worth.
I'm very aware that I am
All right, Hassan,
much
relax.
better off doing what I'm currently doing than if I were a
We're
software.
kings of the castle. We're kings of the castle, buddy.
And I don't have to wake up super early.
Yeah.
Which is, well, you do
True.
because kids.
Well, I don't because
Yeah.
wife.
So I mean,
Oh, see, it's all just
'Cause-
different steps you take in
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
yeah, you got a bunch of counters
Yeah.
to all his problems.
Yeah, well, it's smart.
Oh, now the wife
No,
bothered me.
I-
Now I gotta get a second
I
wife.
don't like. I remember there was a rumor in 7th grade that there was a girl that gave a guy a blowjob in the bathroom.
Oh,
Dude,
And
yeah.
everybody was like, it was one of those rumors where it happened to this guy. And then the guy was such an upstanding moral dude that he refused to name drop who it was. And everybody was like, who is this siren that is sucking
Yeah,
everybody
penis
wants
in the
to-
bathroom?
Because they know there'd be a
We
fucking
must
line as big as
know.
the block at her
Dude,
fucking
okay,
house.
just take a.
trying to get fucking pre-orders.
I have
or
never
whatever.
seen such a stoic 7th grader that he would refuse to name
He's a
drop.
Chad.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
like, so what? I got my
No, I
penis
ain't
sucked.
telling-
I ain't gonna tell you who did it.
Yeah.
Dude,
By the
We
way,
all wanna
by
know.
the
We
way,
all
you got
wanna
sucked
know.
on and-
one of my best friends in 5th grade got a blowjob from like a 7th grader.
In
and we were all
5th grade?
No,
What,
okay,
fifth
dude, no,
grade?
I'm
Holy
not.
shit! What a
This is where it feels illegal to even talk about.
Yeah.
whoa!
But in 1st grade, my current roommate and his girlfriend, okay, so this was like, they don't even know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But he got a blowjob in 1st grade, and it was like a thing throughout elementary school where they're like,
He just
Doc-
blew into her asshole.
no, like,
That's the-
it was like, they did the process, but with not, it's just like they're literal, they're infants at that
Yeah.
age.
He didn't come or
And-
something. Like they just did the act.
and they did the act
Yeah.
of a blowjob in 1st grade, and that was like the most like I'm still a
First
baby.
grade. They said
I was a kid until I was like 15. So it's like I was like a child. I'm still playing with. I knew all this shit, but I was still like me personally. I was like playing with my Star Wars toys and stuff. And that was like I was on that bus I was on that bus, and he's brought it up for years, like 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade. He'd always like tell the story and be like, "Sam, you were there. Tell him." And I'm like, I was there. Like, I remember what happened. Like, it's not a pleasant memory for me. It's much
I remember vividly in 5th grade having a
traumatic
fucking
for me.
Yeah,
and he's always like, "I got a blowjob," and I'm like, I was more.
Pooh was playing Legos.
Yeah, like,
I just want to say that, like, to put into perspective how different our childhoods were. In 5th grade, I remember vividly having an argument with a guy that thought he knew better than me. And I was convinced that a period was when a woman bled out of her butt. And he was like, no, a period is when a girl has a baby that doesn't live. And we didn't know what a period was.
Dude,
that was a great
debate. It was a real meeting of the minds. Where we came in with togas like Plato and Socrates debating. Actually, I believe it's when they bleed from their asshole for quite some time.
No, it's a baby
and you
that
were
was
there,
once lost, actually.
There was girls getting double teamed in fucking 1st grade. What kind of fucking backwoods piece of shit place do you live in?
Dude, fifth grade's like when people start bringing like porno mags to recess and shit. And people would like take them home and jerk off on them. Like, I remember in 6th grade, I had an argument with one of my friends that was, because like, there was a time, it's so like funny to think back to, like 4 guys that I'm now like good friends with, and we were friends throughout junior high and high school and college and everything. But like in 6th grade, they transferred into our school system and really shook stuff up because they were like, they were like cool 6th graders. They came in like the second half of 5th grade.
They had a pack of cigarettes rolled up in their sleeve.
No, they were like trying to make alcohol and like smoking weed, and they had like Justin Bieber hair and stuff.
They had a Majin Buu M tattooed on their forehead.
They really like shook things up. And I got in a huge argument with one of them because he was like, yeah, like, dude, he was telling me a story or something. And it was like, yeah. And then I got an erection. And I was like, what is that? And he was like, you know, like when your penis gets hard. I'm like, what are you talking about, a boner?
Wait, you were in 5th grade? You didn't know that?
No, I thought it was just called a boner. And he was he kept being like, no, it's an erection. I'm like, no, dude, it's a boner. And we had like a real argument about like, he didn't know it was called boner, and I had never heard the word erection. So
at least you both were
real
right.
In the mind.
Yeah, you guys were. Me and the other guy were both wrong in every way. You guys were at least both right.
Yeah. I have like a faint memory of asking my dad when I was a little kid, like, "What's happening?" No, I was like. Like, I remember I had a boner, and I was just like, what's going on right now? Like,
and your dad is just like,
Dad, can you rectify this situation? My pants aren't quite fitting like they should.
Dad, I've got like a 9-inch hog down here. What's going on? And he's like, dude, it's only going to get bigger. Ask me in 10 years when you're 12. And I'm like, all right, man, whatever.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
He just flicked the head of your cock and walked away. He's like,
he gave me a cold shower. Now it's gone.
Yeah, that'll help.
Okay. My dad always taught me, you grab it by the base, and then you take a Bic lighter and you run it under the bottom of it.
Yeah.
And the fire scares
anything to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Sounds like when you boil a fucking lobster.
You'll hear it scream. If you put a lighter to your penis, steam comes out the front. I don't know why. I'm not a scientist.
I do have a vivid memory of like, I remember I had, you ever seen like those circumcisions that aren't like, I had like a piece of my foreskin still attached to the head of my cock, if that makes sense.
What?
I don't.
You had a botched circumcision?
Yeah, it was like a botched one. And I was like, something ain't right here, Dad. And my dad was like, all right, I'll show you my cock. And I was like, mine doesn't look like that. And I remember I fucking just yanked down on the shaft hard enough. It fucking tore it off out of my penis.
What the hell?
I did my own goddamn surgery. I fixed my own penis.
I feel like that
years later too.
No, it hurt like the Dickens, dude. It was like the most painful thing.
Dude, you have like a Weinstein dick. You don't want to tell us.
No, my shit's all.
Dude, you ripped off a skin tag off your penis.
No. Imagine when you go to pull back your foreskin, if part of like your foreskin was attached.
Foreskin.
Okay, well,
yeah, eradicate.
Imagine if you pull back your foreskin. And some of it is attached to like the helmet of your penis.
Yeah.
That's what was happening.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
It was attached to the head of your penis when you pulled it
I
out?
guess like I had when I had gotten
You have to
circumcised.
send me a picture because I can't picture it.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody else has a freak.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. Chat if you guys have a freak,
If you have a freak penis. But keep in mind, when I was young enough, I got my like first erection. I was
21
like, something
plus.
ain't right here, and I yanked that fucker off, and then it had time to heal and everything. And now
How'd
it
you
looks
know it wasn't
Fuck up your
right?
dick
now it
forever.
looks perfect. I knew it wasn't right because
Now
it
it
was
looks like
like, what the hell's going on here?
But if you had
Mine
never
looks like
seen
it
another
looks like
penis,
a 4-year-old
how would
drew
you-
my dick. This
I don't
looks
know. It's
horrible.
like imagine if like one nipple looked normal and then the other one was like inverted or something. Like it was just something that was.
he saw his dad's wiener,
Yeah.
so he knew what the right answer was.
I had seen
and it wasn't his dick.
my priest at church. His wiener didn't look like that.
And my dad.
A bunch of other people in my life, their wieners didn't
My
look like that.
dad didn't look like that.
My
My
dad-
uncles didn't look like that.
I remember I had a weird like
My gymnastics
grandpa's.
coach, his didn't look like that. T-ball coach, his didn't look like that. Babysitter, hers didn't look
when I
like
was
that.
younger, I
Dog,
had
my
heard about
dogs
like
didn't-
the uncircumcised versus circumcised thing, and I brought it up to my dad. And I remember him just telling me like, "Hey, like I'm sorry." Like he was like, "I shouldn't have circumcised you until like you were old enough." Like he told me when I was like too young to understand what he was talking about. He's like, "You should have had say in it." And I was
fucked
like,
up, man.
"I don't know what you're talking about." But now I
don't
realize,
understand the value
but
of it
honestly,
until
Do you
now.
regret?
Well, apparently, I mean,
You never know.
you don't know. You don't
what it was
know.
without
Apparently,
it.
it'd
Yeah.
have more sensation. If that means I'd come even faster, no.
I'm
very glad I'm circumcised. I think
I would like
think
to be uncircumcised. I want to go
think
back.
My penis looks great. I think I'm got no complaints.
Mine aesthetically has no problems, but I take.
It's more
I
work.
take
I think
too long.
mine's
More work to have
Yeah.
one.
I think mine's actually gorgeous.
I take way too fucking long. There's a very big discrepancy towards what Abby thinks a normal sex session should take.
40 minutes.
and what-
it's taking me to
I gotta fucking. There's a beginning, middle, and end to mine. Like it is very much
just
That's why
like
you can't
story.
smoke.
yeah. I want to have some position changes, and Abby is very much like I want to fucking come and I want to get out of there.
Just pretend like I'm a body number work. All right,
it
Just-
very much.
Oh.
She's got a
Do your thing.
she's got a snappiness. She's like fucking.
I like morgue play.
Yes.
yeah.
More morgue play.
She
before
goes.
sex.
She takes like 4 or 5 Benadryl, and she goes, "All right, when I wake up, you better be done."
go
Yeah,
for it. Yeah.
and
And I better have a kid in me.
yeah. I'm ovulating.
Nice.
I'm gonna take some goddamn Ambien, and when I wake up, I
Yeah.
better be knocked up.
You better have another child.
Yeah.
It's waiting for me. I want to meet my daughter when I wake up. I want to take enough pills to put me out for 10 months. Just cut me open when I'm ripe. If you guys could get frozen for until you gave birth, would you? It's a good hypothetical.
That's a horrific hypothetical.
What the-
No, dude. You know what? I think it is a very specific fetish to be like like a breeder, or like
We've all been accused of being breeders on that Reddit post.
we have been.
Oh yeah, for poking a hole out
we
of a
have been.
condom. Yeah.
I
But
think that's right. I like being called that.
it's a very specific fetish to be into pregnant women. But I think every
Yeah,
dude should at some point have sex with a pregnant woman.
If my wife gets pregnant, she better call a goddamn she should get a
Fucking
robot.
call
or something.
Luigi to
I'm not
fucking
even
suck
gonna
that thing
look at
out.
her. I won't even kiss
You're
a
not
pregnant
into
woman.
you're not into pregnant ladies.
I wouldn't. I listen. At that point, I'm so in love. It's like
I would. I don't care.
Yeah, like if they want to bang, I'll probably bang. I just
Yeah.
have pretty low sex drive already, and then it's
I
like
just
you-
like what if it like
I'm not
a fucking hand
into
just
pregnant
grabs your
women,
cock when you're
so-
doing it? Like that would be
Okay,
horrifying.
like random sex, I'm sure is awesome, but there's nothing better than having sex with the woman you love that's carrying
sound
the
like
child
Bissell.
you're making. Yeah, yeah.
and then it starts kicking
Random
while you're
sex
going at it.
can
Yeah.
be
Okay,
really
kicking
good.
children is when the sex stops. When that bitch is like 7, 8 months pregnant and that kid's fucking drop kicking you through the belly.
I don't like the idea. Of that.
Settle down there. I'm trying to come. All right, I don't need your help. All right, don't push off the fucking belly towards me. Yeah, that's when it's not cool.
Yeah,
anymore.
like what if you push the soft spot on their head and you fucking cause an abortion?
Well,
like,
that means they're
that's
breech
risky.
and they're bound to die anyways. If it was the 1800s,
Dude,
Yeah.
this is you can cut this if this is TMI or just it's not doxing, but it's a little gross. There where you say it's not as good as a woman you love. I swear to God, I had a one night stand once where she used me like I was a tool.
I remember you telling me about this. You were like, I was intimidated.
It was like the oh God Bill.
I wasn't a
Bill,
person
dude.
that night, and I've never had a better time in my entire, and I never will.
Yeah.
And know what the crazy thing is?
She's
probably 40 minutes away. I could call her again. I just never. I was like, you just blew my mind for my lifetime. I'm good. Like it's
Call
from
her
now
back,
on,
dude.
I've thought about it, but
Yeah,
it's honestly
come
that
back.
night was so perfect, so encapsulated. I'm good. Like I'm just like I said. I'm a sexual camel. I'm gonna ride
should
off
do it
that
again.
for years.
Dude, okay,
That
you're
was-
talking to a guy that's like not trapped in a marriage, but you know, I'm like
Trapped. Hey, capture that. Send it to Abby. Trapped.
But you know, I
She sees a business email. Send it to her. Send it to her. Send it to her.
not trapped. I love my wife. She's the greatest. But I am having sex
I'm
with the
fucking
same
stuck.
woman for the rest of my life.
Dude,
I'm completely committed to her. And you told me this
And
lady
wordplay can only be so
was
fun, yeah.
a dirty whore, is what you said.
She was not.
You
I did not
said-
say that.
You
I
said
did
she
not
was
say that.
Yeah, you said she was-
filthy. You said.
In
your words, you said
I
dancing on
felt
your
like
dick
a
and
whore.
no
shirt.
people
fucking
could
do
be
it.
this dirty. You said. And
Okay.
and
What
I
a
was
skank,
jealous.
dude. I
I
didn't
said.
know what
I
you
said.
meant till today.
What is this lady's name? Can I tear off your mustache and impersonate you?
I am a very modest, normal.
I know
sex-having
you
guy.
didn't
This
deserve
person-
her.
This
Fuck
person,
you.
I don't.
Yeah.
And that's why
That's
I'll
why you
never
didn't
call
call her back.
No, because she was like a sex.
She was
bot,
doing Tony
and
Hawk's
I
Pro
was
Skater
like-
tricks on his cock.
Okay, if you
I was a bed with a.
do you think if I
dildo,
put
and she
Bosley
was a
right
sex
here,
bot.
I could, and then put
You could
Bosley
land- you
right
can get
here? Do you
it.
think I could be Poob and call her?
I think
Could
so.
do
You actually,
Bosley
yeah, you
under-
got it.
Bosley on my upper
You
lip.
should do Bosley under your eyes. You can have eyebrows underneath your eyes also. You can be the first guy with the under eyebrows.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a full body Bosley like a wolf man and say
You're
I'm
still like
that
Chewbacca.
handsome poop fella you slept with a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Hey,
What you
it's
got
me.
here?
Show me what you did last time one more time
I'm
to
ti-
me.
I'm tired of being the dirty one in the relationship. I want to freak.
I wouldn't even say it was freakish. It was just like professional. It was just like
Professional, yeah.
I felt like
Wait, she swiped your
I
card
know.
at the end? Like, what
I
the fuck?
feel like I said this at the time. Like at points, I was like laughing because I was like,
yeah, he got him
I was
hysterical.
like,
That's how good it was.
holy shit! Like this is happening right now. I was giddy. I had glee happening. I think I was just like, and since then I've had
Regular
experiences.
intercourse, yeah.
Yeah, I've had it where it's just like, whatever. Fuck.
No,
But it's
no.
like that time. It's like,
You ever say that after sex where you say that'll do, pig, that'll do?
yeah,
Oh, that's the worst.
Yes.
every time.
Yeah.
I say,
It's a habit,
here is
yeah.
cat fare. Goodbye.
Coins come
I
out of your
called you
mouth.
an Uber if you
Right.
could Venmo me the fucking price of it. That would be
Yeah,
great.
what a slap
Yeah.
in the face. And also, if you could hit me with a quick Venmo. And I ordered the really expensive one.
Yeah, I got an Uber XL.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, wait, boom, someone leaving
Dude,
the house. It's even bad. Yeah, I used your phone and called myself an Uber. Yeah,
If you
thanks,
could send
man.
me, like,
That's a
20
Chad
bucks.
move. Is hey, unlock your
Yeah.
phone real quick. I gotta call myself an Uber.
Yeah, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Dude, I had a weird interaction with a girl where like she was just weird. Like I don't know. She just sort of rubbed me the wrong way or something, and like the next morning she kept being like, I want to have sex. I'm like, I'm just gonna, I just like subtly I'm like
What
called
the
her an Uber,
hell?
But I thought, like, I was like, I'm doing it's so worked out. I'm like, I'm gonna call the Uber like Premier or whatever it's called, like the nice Uber. And she was all like angry at me or something about like, I was like, what? Like, do people just never say no to that or something?
Yeah.
She's like, no, not really. I'm like, well, lady, like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not drunk, so I'm not horny. Like, I'm like, you gotta get out of my house at some point.
Morning sex is a no-no for me, dude. It takes me even longer than regular afternoon sex.
For me, it's even quicker. So, I'm like, I'm just like, I just don't want to have sex right now. Like, I want to take a shower and I want to start my day. And I told her, like, it's coming.
You
and
can't
she's like, oh,
fucking
like,
have your day at a high point like that, because then you're
No,
setting
now it
yourself
goes
up
lower.
for it.
Worse.
Yeah.
Well,
And
if it was crazy, mind-blowing lady, you probably would have said yes.
Absolutely. I'd literally give her the world. But no, it was a different girl where it's just
The world for you is laying flat on your back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the best part. Is I had to do nothing. Yeah, she was awesome.
Wait,
I should
the
call
only way
her.
it could get better is if you
I
had a
should
fucking
call her. You need
to
steak
call
on
her,
a little
dude.
plate.
I am willing to
snacks.
part with patron funds to
Yeah.
pay for you to just text this
I
poor
need to
woman
Uber her
and give us an
100
update.
miles.
I want to live vicariously through your whore interaction. No offense.
she-
I mean that with nothing but an endearing way.
I
Like,
was the whore that night. But yeah, no, I should.
yeah.
Wow. Anyway, but this girl,
put on
the
your
car
favorite show
got
on the
there
side,
and it
too.
was a Tesla, like the base model. Yeah. And she was like, wow, I've never been in a Tesla before. Like, this makes up for everything.
That was it.
And I was like, it's $5 more than a regular Uber. I was like, yeah, I actually spent a lot on this. So, like, yeah, have a good one, blah, blah, blah.
All right.
And she got in the,
that's the quality of women that there are there.
Yeah, she got in the Tesla. Was like, whoa, this is really cool. She was like live texting me about the Tesla. I'm like,
oh my, this is like a modern day chariot. I'm like Cinderella.
well, no, the funny thing is, too, like, she's clearly... This girl was like clearly like a much more well-off person, which is why I thought it was funny. She was like impressed by the Tesla, and when she came to my house, she like Ubered there. She got outside. She was like, I've never been on this side of town. I'm like, yeah, like blah blah blah. Like while we're still outside, in the 5 seconds from the Uber to the door, you just hear like pop 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 pop. It's like 100 yards away. And she's like, what's that? I'm like, oh, fireworks. Like, come on inside. And the next morning, I always get these like crime alerts. Like two people had died right then. Like we heard it. We heard it happen. And they put the address and it was like fucking right there. And I was like, oh, it was like around 9 p.m. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
She just thought it was fireworks.
But she didn't buy that, but I was just like, just get, like go inside, shut the lights.
How much does like this normalized violence, how much does it, like, have you actually seen it? Have you become desensitized to
He's
it?
heard
Or do
it.
you
I'd
just,
say I don't know at this point, yeah.
like, if you watch a live leak video, do you just not feel
I will see.
anything?
The thing is, I don't like seeing that shit.
You don't
I've
see
never
it.
liked.
You just hear it.
No. I've seen it, but I don't like seeing. Like, I don't watch.
Nobody
when I was
should
younger.
like seeing it.
I
Yeah.
don't like. I don't like watching live leak or anything like that. I don't like seeing people die. I really hate it.
No.
But no,
I don't think you should.
Pretty normal thing
I don't
to
think you
say.
should shirk away from it. I don't think you should turn a blind eye to it. I think you should watch it, and it should be a sobering thing for you to see.
I don't want to watch it. I've seen people die in
I'm
real
sure
life.
you've seen
I
it
don't
once.
want
Yeah.
to. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like.
Yeah,
I don't like it. I don't like it.
No,
I've never have. When I was younger, and
that's-
everyone was
that's-
really into live leak and stuff. I don't like it.
just like that Tyre Nichols thing. Like, I watched it knowing I wasn't gonna.
I watched that, yeah, and I just knew, it pissed me off.
Yeah, it's just a bad time. But it is something that you can't turn a blind eye to, or else you become.
No, I know.
You
but
like kind of like.
Wait, Sam watched it multiple times and sent it to everyone in
I
the
did
Discord.
send it.
So
I
I'm
was like,
getting
you
mixed
guys should
messages
see
here.
this fucking thing. Like, you have to. There's like nothing
Well,
worse in this world than stolen potential.
I know,
And
yeah,
like
no,
having
I know.
a small child, not like an infant, like an infant dies, like they don't have like a fully developed immune system and such. But when like a child dies from just negligence, it's like, what could they have been?
I would always I would die before I'd let a kid die.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
9
like,
times
it's
out
like
of 10.
I've at least experienced.
You know your goddamn
enough.
life trajectory.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna accomplish nothing.
Rodeo.
All right, we're not gonna
And he already
benefit
had
society.
his fucking circus rodeo sex romp, so he's
I
already
had
he
that.
checked all the.
I had the best sex I'll ever have.
It's time
I've
for that
already,
kid to have that. You
I've
know,
already
exactly.
completed my the whole purpose of existence, which is making children or whatever.
Yeah.
I've replaced me and my
Making
wife
spawn.
with children. I think they would be fine if they just grew up with Abby. She's
If-
both
if-
the stern mentality of a father figure and the loving mentality of a womanly figure in one person.
With just a little bit of crazy.
With just like
so,
a
you know,
little
it's
bit
perfect.
of trailer trash crazy right in the middle. I'm useless as a parental figure. I think I could probably die saving a 9-year-old child or something like that.
Yeah. I think I would. I'd hope I'd have those instincts.
Yeah.
I think I would jump in front of a car for someone, like a kid or something.
Also, in the same thing, like Stall, I don't know if you would want to leave this in. I don't know. But I also kind of saw, like, because my parents got divorced early on, my grandfather was kind of like my father figure in my teen years. And then he went through congestive heart failure and hospice came in and everything.
Yeah.
And so I got to see like my father figure laid low and I had to change his diapers.
Yep.
And then I watched him just die. And it was not a quick process. It was a long, drawn out days process where I saw this man that was supposed to be my father figure turned into basically a toddler again on a bed, pissing and shitting himself, not even like alive in like a sentient kind of way, you know?
Yeah.
And it was like, that's your moment where you go from like a teen to a man is like having to deal with death. And that kind of sucks because your grandparents are really there to teach you the loss of life before you have to deal with it with your parents, which is where that's the sobering moment. That's the real fucked up one is your parents, but the grandparents is like the soft blow before the hard blow, you know?
I had that with my grandpa too, where I've talked about before, like he had ALS, which is just like I've always, since then when I was a kid, I'm like, well, if I get ALS, I'm going to kill myself because there's no way. Like you just see, and it's not like Stephen Hawking is like the one guy who's got enough money and somehow lived long enough where he's like still doing shit. But yeah, like my grandpa just very quickly went from like me and my dad, where we're like just jokers and play video games and shit. Like my grandpa was always, he was a huge like PlayStation 1 and 2 gamer. And then he went to like where that's all he could do is like very slowly play like Resident Evil. And then he went to like where he could barely talk, and then to just like bedridden, you know, you have to help him have baths. You have to help him in the bathroom. You have to help him do anything. And it's just like fucking horrifying. Really scary, which I'm glad I didn't see I never met my mom's dad, that Appalachian guy. Cause he was like, he also had a really bad like lung cancer or something.
You know what? I've realized that a lot of people shit on Robin Williams for the hypocrisy of him saying that suicide is a temporary solution or a permanent solution to a temporary problem. But he said that famously on a talk show. And then he had some sort of test done where it turned out that
he has a permanent problem.
He had fucking like some sort of Alzheimer's dementia that was coming on to him, and his parents had it, and he saw his parents. He dealt with his parents going through hospice and everything.
Yeah,
and he was like,
I get that. Yeah.
I ain't doing that shit, dude. I'm fucking tapping out 20 years early while I have the sentience to do it, while I have my own free will, and I don't blame him. To be honest, in fact, I think that's the braver option in terms of just you're putting yourself on your own life trajectory. You're taking the grabbing life by the horns, so to speak, and you're saying, you know what, life's been a pretty awesome rodeo. I've been on a lot of red carpets with a lot of drip, all right? I'm fucking tapping out early before I make myself look like an asshole shitting and pissing in diapers all day.
I'm friends with the gorilla.
Yes.
I am now going to kill myself.
Dude, honestly, that was the highest way for him to go out. Honestly, one of the bravest solutions to a problem I've
No,
seen. He went
I
out
get
with
that.
grace.
Like,
I don't slight him at all for that.
If I
Yeah.
ever get diagnosed with ALS, it's like there's
I'll
no
kill
fucking
you.
way.
So you won't have to
Yeah.
make that decision.
I'll
No,
shoot you.
I
will do
appreciate
it.
that.
Yeah, I will
No,
do it
I
for
What
you.
if it was like a misdiagnosis? They called him and
Oh,
sorry, I was
fuck.
wrong. Got the
I will
wrong
take that
guy.
to
I'm not
the
going to do
grave.
it. I'm not going to do it immediately because it's
If the doctor
Depending
called
on-
me after I killed Poop and says, "Fuck, we switched up the goddamn medical records. He's actually like super healthy and he'll live till 98." I will say, I will lie.
He has a genius IQ.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah, he was way smarter,
Malcolm in the
handsomer than
middle.
you, funnier than you, and you'll live way longer than you.
He's going to live to 200.
Nope. I'll
the
say,
first guy
nah,
on
he
Earth.
had ALS, and I was justified in killing him.
He made me promise. He made me promise.
Yeah.
No.
So, anyways,
it's
if I kill Poob in the next 3-4 years, it's because of an
That's
ALS
It was
diagnosis.
ALS. He got
Yes.
even though I do not go to the hospital.
Yeah. You know what, Stalt? You can keep in that stuff about my grandpa and stuff. I think
Keeping sad grandpa, but
that's sober.
I
That's
would,
horrible.
it's a
They want
sobering
laugh- they want
moment. As a
laughs.
drunk guy, it's a
They want
sobering
laughs,
moment.
dude.
But I think it is important that people know that we do have hearts every now and then.
And sometimes suicide could be bad.
Our lives, yeah, and suicide can be. I'm all for body autonomy in terms of, you know, whether or not you want to be a boy or a girl. I don't give a fuck, and whether or not you want to end yourself. I don't. You know what? That's your decision.
Hey, they made that legal in some
They
places.
have,
man.
yeah.
You can just go
Although
with
I
a little-
will
And then
suggest,
to a
if
pod.
you're a goddamn teenager, probably not. If you
Yeah.
recently came back from active deployment, you might want to wait for the emotions and PTSD to roil down a little bit. But if you're just a normal
try
person,
video games.
a hold of your complete faculties, and you come to a logical conclusion, that like, you know, the future isn't looking too bright. You know, I think you should be in full
I think
reign.
it should be-
Re-diagnosis
I
is
think
first.
It's a personal
it should be
decision.
legal.
Yeah.
And if you're thinking about it and you're, you know, younger and you don't have like a life-ending disease, I think you should try watching more podcasts and streams and YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And
Specifically,
YouTube.com.
twitch.tv/Papa Poop. Twitch.tv/
parasocial.
General Sam.
Form those
YouTube,
parasocial
General Sam.
relationships.
Yes.
YouTube, Papa Boo.
Give your money before
Okay.
you're gone.
Okay,
to
whoa,
people
whoa,
that
whoa.
need
It's
it.
true. It's true.
All right, what we're going to do is insert some sort of rewind effect, Stalt. And let's go back. Okay. What we're going to do here is, if you have some sort of terminal illness, I think you should have the ability to decide when the end of your life is. But if you are a paying patron, I think you should stick it
Phone
out
sub.
for as long as possible.
You
If
could
your mind is
potentially
There's so
live
much, you're doing
forever.
so much right
Yeah,
now.
if you're losing grasp of your own mind and you don't know what's happening day in, day out, keep that
be
credit
your
card
mind.
locked in to patron, you know, as a patron, and
I'm
keep
gonna
getting
say-
charged every month.
I'm going to say something very real and sobering, and it's honestly probably the realest thing I've ever said. If you're a patron and you want to die, put it on auto subscribe and put yourself in a freezer.
Yes.
And then in 400 years, when technology gets to the point, we will unfreeze you
Yeah.
and you
Yeah, we will.
will be there.
Yeah.
And we will help you get reacclimated to future society.
If you run out of funds, we will pull the plug out of your freezer, though.
We will kill you.
Yeah.
Make
Yeah,
sure
you
you're
will.
set up.
Yeah.
You better be
Your
loaded.
body
You're
will
set up.
spoil like meat during a hurricane. You will fucking go
I
out
will put a heater
real
outside of that
quick.
fridge.
Yeah.
I will put you in the desert.
Yes.
You better have enough money for
But
200
if your
years.
credit's good, oh my God, you are our best friend. We love you.
Yeah. No, we will unfreeze you and you'll be our friends forever.
Yeah. Like Fry
Yeah.
and that dog
400
from
years from now.
Futurama.
Yeah. Yes. Get a meat storage and lay in it
Yeah.
and put your credit card in. Not debit.
Or if you have kids, maybe like
Wait, what
open
if
a
their-
line
what
of
if their
credit,
credit card
in their name
expires?
and then put it.
Expires. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have kids
Shit.
first.
Yes.
Tell
Yeah,
them
have
this is what
kids,
you
tell them-
want.
Direct deposit from their bank account, because then the credit card doesn't expire. Like,
Set up an
That's
estate
good.
so
That's
taxes
good, yeah.
don't come
Trust.
into such a factor.
yeah, set up a
Make
trust.
sure to get an estate lawyer and tell them this is what you want.
Yep.
And
But
if they
not like
try
in
to
a
back you
state
out,
lawyer
they're
that's looking out for your best interest. We're talking about
No.
like a Saul Goodman type douchebag lawyer. We're talking like
Yeah,
a guy that's trying to just fuck you out of money and trying
Go
to
to
kind of like.
Arizona.
But not too much, not too fucking
Yeah,
too
because
much
we
out of
want
money, 'cause
our
he knows
money
you're gonna be
too,
frozen.
you know.
Yeah,
But like
okay,
a
we want
middle
a cut.
ground, you know, where like me, like us in the lawyer benefits, but then you die in a
like
freezer.
a retarded
Yes.
Saul Goodman is what we're
Like
looking
a Saul
for here.
Goodman
Like
with
he's
no
got
business sense.
exactly. That's perfect.
Keep it flexible because we might increase the amount per month at some point due to inflation.
Inflation. It's going to be like it's
Yeah,
going to jump
yeah.
from $5 a
Inflation.
month to like 30.
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
just how it goes.
I mean,
Yeah.
Look at how
That's
much
just fair.
eggs are. So why wouldn't
$7
Patreon go
now.
up?
I think our podcast is valued in the same way that eggs are valued.
What would you rather have?
Breakfast
12 eggs.
Or
a podcast
3
Or 9 hours of entertainment a month.
podcast?
of mild
You know?
giggles.
9 hours of something to fucking drain out
like
your
a
depressed
couple
life
of
that you
2
want.
hours and 44 minutes and 59 seconds of smirks.
And we give financial
Yeah.
advice, so it's like you're earning money through us also.
Yeah.
And we give
Yeah,
life
you know,
advice.
this is
Invest in the
this is free
S&P 500
consultation.
NASDAQ.
A lot.
That's a solid investment. Crypto,
You know how much it-
not so much right now.
Dogecoin,
Yeah.
big
Yeah,
no.
big no.
I'm
right
glad
now.
I listened to my friends about crypto.
Nvidia has been a huge L for
I
me.
listened to Nvidia.
Nvidia
advice.
Nvidia's
God
been a
damn.
real
In that.
motherfucker recently.
A lot
No,
of
no,
money
no, no.
in Nvidia and Ethereum. It's actually kind of ruined me.
Yeah, I checked
But if you-
Weeble recently.
I
Whew.
want to check.
Oh man, if I didn't have kids, I'd be fucking putting that pistol right in my mouth. Goddamn.
Yeah.
And also, like if you're a patron, think how expensive therapy is. Think how expensive therapists charge.
Yeah,
Per hour, we're
way
far cheaper.
Are you
Far cheaper.
ugly?
Yeah, this is like
You know, stay subscribed and we'll help you a little bit. Rogaine right here. Or
You wanna
Bosley. I
have-
mean Bosley. If you're
yeah,
ugly, put
Bosley.
Bosley. Find
Put
the
Bosley,
wrinkle
it'll
right
fix
above
everything.
your eyebrows and put Bosley. Whoa.
Just Bosley every little part of your face you don't
Bosley
like. You know, your
everything
nose is
that
all
isn't
fucked up, just get some more
eyebrows.
Bosley.
Bosley, your cheeks.
Or
Yeah,
everything except
if
for
you have
your
like
lips
acne scars, just put
in your
Bosley.
eyebrows.
Cover it. Cover it up. We don't like it either.
Women,
You're
women
fucking
like
cross-eyed, put
shoots
Bosley
of
on the
Bosley
weird
hair
eye.
sticking
Yeah.
out of your ears.
And if you want to have mind-boggling sex, stay subscribed. I'll give you her number. I will send you.
One
I
day
will be posting it.
you'll get a
We have
number a
this
year.
goddamn
You have to
this
unscramble
siren
it.
of sex on speed dial in Indiana.
She'll bang anyone.
She'll-
Yeah, she, even
Oh,
me.
this
She'll
lady
That's her
sounds
catchphrase.
awesome.
Yeah.
You know, just for the patrons, Poop, describe what her feet look like.
Yeah, what is her fucking feel? What?
They were 6 toes like normal, stinky.
Stinky
Wow.
too?
I'm anti-feet. I have a reverse feet fetish.
Oh, this is for the patrons.
Feet footish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foot fetish.
Did they have
I do
like
that with
paint on the
words.
nails?
I have no. Sure, whatever your favorite color is.
I don't
What if she
care.
wanted you to
I'm-
suck
this is
on
for
your
the
toe?
patrons.
Suck on her
couldn't
toe.
have had feet, and I wouldn't have noticed.
She's an
I think they
amputee. That's
they could have
perk
been
in
a
some
veteran.
people.
Progressive, you
Yeah,
poop.
she's a
Veteran.
veteran.
Yeah, she's a goddamn American hero. She.
Brian, you're
Salute her.
Canadian, but
Dude.
give us a salute.
The
Yeah.
whole time he was getting fucking his dick rode on, he's just going like, "Thank you so much for your service,
my lady.
This is the greatest thing in my life."
She kept saying she wasn't
just-
from America, but I was like, thank
For
you,
the
thank you
patrons.
so much. Thank
They,
you so
For
much.
the patrons,
Thank you for serving
maybe
America.
bosom description for the patrons.
Yeah, breast size.
Guys,
What was her? What's her lumps
Obviously,
looking like?
everything about her was awesome. Okay, they were awesome.
Oh, that's so-
Imagine the coolest. Imagine Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
I'm just
Angelina Jolie.
imagining. I'm
Imagine the
imagining.
hottest girl you've ever seen, and
I'm
double
imagining
it.
you're
Times
you're
5.
Woody Harrelson and then the
Oh,
lady
yes,
is the
yes, that's
from
a great way.
True Detective.
True Detective. Yeah, it's
season
a great.
Oh shit!
Go look at that
Alexandra
YouTube video.
Daddario.
Alexandra Daddario. That is
And I
like
was Woody.
Oh,
the
her.
most like viewed YouTube video clip of all time. It's
it the one
bigger
where her
than
boobers are
goddamn
out?
Charlie Bit My Finger just because the Dario's
And also-
breasticles are so incredible.
Watch
Oh,
her in
yeah, those
season
are
one of
textbook.
White Lotus. Great show. Great show.
Yeah. Oh man, dude. Okay, we were talking about movies that make you cry.
Mhm.
There's a scene.
What is this emotional
I
roller coaster of
know.
a fucking podcast,
It
dude?
is.
It's just
We
like
keep- sad shit, worse shit.
Talk about titties.
Horny.
Back to
Yeah,
titties.
horny
More
sad,
shit.
horny sad.
Yeah.
The ending of True Detective when he's talking about when he went under after facing the
Yeah.
Yellow King, and he gets killed, and he talks about meeting his.
He's not
he,
Asian,
He
right?
meets his dead daughter at the end.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you talking about crying, dude?
Yeah.
I was crying
I've
like a
seen
little
that,
boy.
I've seen that season.
Anything with a
through,
daughter
like,
with
4
you now,
times.
it's like a weak spot.
Dude, high five.
Yeah.
High five for that. That
Probably the greatest single season of TV
Oh,
ever.
your eyes.
it is. It truly is. It really is. And
I-
there's so
I can't
many
take your eyes
quotables.
seriously.
There's so many quotables from that season.
Like
I
I'm a
don't
detective.
dream, or I don't sleep, I just dream.
Yeah. No.
Will you
The
quit
world-
saying weird shit?
Can you quit
that
saying
mean?
weird shit like you can smell the psychosphere or something?
Yeah, it's so good.
No. When
It's
when
just
they're
that it's
when
so
they're at
good.
the big church, like evangelical, like church tent, and he's like, Marty, ain't nobody here splitting the atom. That's for damn sure. Because there's all these people waving their fucking hands to the fucking the priest. Yeah.
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 God, the episode where he's undercover and it's a one shot for like
Oh.
20% of it going through. It's the most like tense, heart
There-
pounding.
There's a lot of shows out
Smoke
there.
this crack.
There's a lot of shows out there that have good like cinematography but not good writing, or good writing and not good cinematography. That show has the whole kit and caboodle, dude.
You know, okay, because I just feel like you haven't seen it. Know what you need to watch also? That I put up there, One Peg. One Peg is huge. Not a huge distance, but a huge accomplishment for a single season of a show to be one peg below True Detective.
Yeah.
Haunting a Hill House.
Okay, I watched. You recommended
No.
Haunting at
No.
Hill House.
Did you
I
watch
watched,
one episode?
I watched 2 episodes on the plane, and it was so goddamn scary. I was afraid to
No,
keep watching it.
no,
On the
dude.
plane.
I was
It's a
surrounded
show.
by people in
It's a
pitch
show.
black plane,
That's
and,
so
and me and
fun.
Abby were like
gotta
jumping
watch this.
in the. That shit's too scary for me,
No,
man.
no,
It was
listen, but
horrific.
I have to
listen,
watch that.
You finish it, you won't be scared.
It was.
I don't want to say
Why?
anymore, but like you finish it, you get such a feeling of like understanding and accomplishment. You won't be afraid anymore.
That show, it was
Homeless
horrific.
people
I saw the
pulling
bent
pranks
neck
on their
lady a
house.
couple times, and I
Yeah.
was like,
Oh.
you
I
know
just
what?
think there's
And I-
there's
On a tiny little airplane
Yeah.
screen, you were fucking that
at-
frightened.
Well,
Oh
we
my
watch it
God.
on the
Pilot
iPad, all right?
episode.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to
Oh,
let
okay.
loose
Yeah.
my economic status, but it was iPad Pro. It
There
was a
was
little
an
bit
iPad
bigger than the
Patreon
Delta.
numbers.
Yeah, it was a little bit bigger than the Delta screen
screen.
size. So
Little higher resolution.
We
Yeah.
both had AirPods.
And I'm just
but-
gonna say it's not that so much that the bent neck lady is scared, but I kept putting myself in the little girl's perspective as if it was my own daughter, and how scared she gets of just like weird shit. She'll just see a shadow on the wall and she'll start crying, and
Dude, well,
she'll
I
run
think-
into our bedroom and say,
your kid's just extra scared though. That's like advanced
yeah,
scared.
and
That-
Like,
it's like it
Jesus
kind of
Christ.
breaks me, like seeing a little child get that scared, and then the parent going like, "Oh, it's nothing, honey," because that's what I do. But then in the show,
head's,
it's
like,
an actual
broken.
fucking
Yeah.
ghost or
Yeah.
whatever, and I'm like, dude,
Lady
like
with the broken
you
neck,
parents
dude.
fucking suck.
she's
What if
seeing that?
the shit that my daughter's scared of is the real shit?
Yeah, the real bent neck
Yeah.
lady.
Like
Well,
I
yeah,
feel
yeah,
like
you're getting the
I don't know,
Haunted
like
Hill
that's
House.
serious psychological damage. Like, it does updates on the kids when they're older and they're all fucked
Yeah.
up because of this.
Yeah.
I'm scared every little thing I do as a parent. This could be long-term psychological effects, and that show
There's-
is very much
Oh,
that
boy.
way.
There's like one monologue in the first episode that I dislike, and besides that, I think the show is so fucking good, and it's one of the like few shows where I've seen it as much as I've seen True Detective season 1 because I watched it. I'm not a fan of horror. I get scared very easily.
Yeah.
But I watched this show all the way through, like fucking like grabbing my blanket, like ah. And when you get done with it, I was so amazed that I I've seen it through probably 4 times, And because then I'm like, I got to show someone. And when I finally get them to watch it, then we watch the whole thing and then I show it to someone else. It's so rewarding on rewatch because it has so many times in the background where you see like creepy little ghosts or faces that you wouldn't notice the first time, or like things that now you know what happens. Like you see it in a new what was the word? I'm like
A new light.
a new light, but I'm thinking of something like a new lens.
Perspective.
You get subtext because of following information.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a much more rewarding show the second time through. But I think the first time through it's great. I really thought Haunting of Bly Manor was good too, and Midnight Mass, but Haunting of Hill House is, I think, his best work. And I think that show is fucking awesome. I really love that show. I put it up there with True Detective season 1.
Really?
I really do. Yeah, I think you should give it a shot making it through it, even though there's an episode where it's like 90% a one take. It will blow your mind, like just from like a filming standpoint. And then there's a part that will happen later in the season that will literally scare your fucking socks off.
I don't want to. I get scared easy, man.
No. If you get, but then you will not. I don't know.
This is why I'm really into.
Take your socks off now.
It's not a show that relies on jump scares, which is almost scarier. Ooh. There's no jump scares in the show except for one. There is
jump scares are cheap.
Which I think is like, what's his name, like Mike Flanagan or whatever, like understands. It's like, jump scares are cheap horror. There's only one jump scare in the entire series, and because you're so unused to jump scares, it scared the fuck out of me so bad. Like it literally, like I screamed. Like it is the scariest
I'm not gonna watch it, dude. I get way too scared, way too easy. Don't fucking prime me up like that, man.
No, because it's only one.
We gotta all watch it together,
in 10
dude.
hours to show, there's one.
You're gonna have me on
scare.
the edge of my seat.
And you do not expect it ever.
Okay.
Like it's at a random episode at a
Have
random
you noticed
time.
a trend? Like the movies that I like that are horror based are like John Carpenter's The Thing, Event Horizon, The Fly. Like they're all body horror movies.
Love The Fly, yeah.
Because body horror movies don't terrify me. They're fascinating to me.
Yeah.
And even like a werewolf,
He's a real psycho.
Like Werewolf Teen in London or whatever. What's the name of that movie? Yeah, like that's a famous body.
An American Werewolf.
It's stupid ass title. It's a good movie though.
American Teen Werewolf in London. American, not American Teen. Yeah. He's now a European.
Yankee Werewolf in London.
Yankee werewolf boy. Now London, but he's
American
now a
werewolf man. Yeah.
And like seeing those things, like the body horror, which is such a horror element to other people, it doesn't scare me. It just fascinates me. But like suspense, dude, I remember getting fucked up by this movie with Harrison Ford called What Lies Beneath. And it's not a good movie.
You're sitting there thinking, what's beneath it?
Even that movie, The Mothman Prophecies, it just relies on suspense. Yeah. There's no jump scares. I think it's just the eerie like drone noise, like in the background, you know? And so like I was watching that Haunting on Hill House or whatever, and just that scene where it was like, as they were like,
the guy running through the house.
Yes, he grabbed his kid and he's running through the house, and you see the fucking faded out lady. She was blurred out in the background. Just
it's very subtle horror that works so well.
And like they get in the car and they're driving away from the house, and you see her up in the window looking down at them. I was in a fucking plane surrounded by 88 other people. It was one of those little cigarette planes. I should be worried about all the turbulence we're hitting, the fact that my goddamn pilot looked like he was 22 years old. I should be worried about a million other things, and I was horrified about this lady in that show. That show is horrifying, dude. I can't deal with horror, man.
Dude,
I have played Dead Space 2. I started that game in the intro sequence where you're in the infirmary and everything's getting attacked around you as you're helpless in a straitjacket on a goddamn gurney.
Spoilers, I haven't played it. But
it is the most horrifying beginning to any game I've ever played.
Dude,
and I'm like,
I'm a masochist. I love that. I love the horror,
shit,
man.
Dude, Brian, you should watch that show then, honestly.
Yeah, you watch that show.
It's a masterpiece of horror. It really is. And like,
I gotta
The
pee. I'm
older-
sorry. I just realized upon standing up and going to the bathroom how drunk I was.
Yeah, no, I
Christ.
quite a bit of beer.
Yes,
How much did
I'm
you drink?
drinking 3 of these sojus, and they're between 15 and
Holy
40%
shit.
alcohol per volume.
When he had like 2 of those before,
Yes.
and
I am switching to
honestly-
these.
Oh my
Dr.
God,
Diet
I did not
Peppers.
drink that
Sam,
much.
we should do something again with that group. That was a really fun time.
You know, dude, honestly, I can't say enough good things about Wubby and Booty, his like
Dude,
engineer
Booty
guy.
rocks.
Yes, I ran into him at the airport. Incredibly nice guy. His
No,
girlfriend,
he's super nice.
forget
Yeah.
her name. I'm sorry. She's
Shannon.
really nice.
Yeah, no, super cool.
Carlos, his girlfriend Ashley, super nice. Peanut, what's her face? His girlfriend, super
Adri.
nice.
God,
Yeah.
I can't remember any of the women's names. I've
can't.
noticed.
No, I don't know why.
I don't know.
Yeah. I remember Ashley's name.
They're
She was-
really
she's
nice.
super
And
nice.
what's Wubby's girlfriend's name?
Alex.
Yeah.
Me
I'm
and
very
Alex were
surprised
best
too.
friends.
Oh, you
What are you
knew it.
talking
You knew
about,
it.
dude?
I think she hated you.
Oh,
you kept
wow.
calling her. You kept saying you were like, "Who are you again? What is that?"
Well, once I
my
realized it pissed her off
God,
like
dude.
once, I was like, I'm gonna keep doing that.
oh, okay,
That's
yeah.
it.
No,
it's a
okay.
bit.
When we went back to that trailer park bar that they brought us to,
Oh yeah.
I talked to her at length at the table, and I tried to I was like, you realize
I'm
that was
sorry.
like more of like a bit than anything. I do actually remember your fucking name. I just thought it was funny that I kept going, who's this lady again?
You know what? I'll say it. I'm excited for Creator Clash too. I think
you
we'll
think
have
they're
a
gonna be
really
there?
good. Oh, they'll definitely be there.
Oh,
I mean,
if
that's where we first like hung out with them. That's where we met them. Really.
Yeah. Wubby's a great guy, dude. Super nice dude. I wonder how.
He's kind of a douchebag, but
Oh, is he? Yeah.
no, it's not. Well, he didn't bring my hat. Oh. He was supposed to. He has my hat still,
He has your hat
and he
still.
was supposed
All right,
to
I
bring it.
rescind everything I said.
Yeah.
Fuck Wubby.
I
Fuck
know.
his girlfriend. Fuck his engineer guy. Fuck
know.
Carlos Peanut. Fuck him. You know? Until that hat
Hold
comes
that look
back,
again. That-
I don't want to hear a
I'm gonna
positive
burn
thing
this
about
peanut
him.
hat. I'm
Yeah.
gonna burn this shit.
I'm gonna fucking
No.
pick up Peanut by one hand by his fucking neck until that hat's returned.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna do the Darth Vader, send him into the ceiling, and then cut him open.
I feel bad because I feel like I had such a great time with Wubby, and I feel like he's such a nice guy. But there's like you have to get through 18 gates of like contact before you get to him. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? You gotta like set up a. I mean, I've got his cell phone number, so I don't.
Yeah,
know
you don't know
He's
what
big
I
enough that
mean.
you got
Okay, you're a
people.
little bit more in tune, in lock with him, but
Yeah, we actually text every. No,
every day
No.
I can contact Peanut, and I can contact Carlos, and I can
you
contact
gotta, well, if you want to talk to Wubby, you got to talk to Booty.
Booty.
That's
Yeah,
his,
his
that's
personal
his
assistant. Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta
Yeah.
get
Booty?
one of those.
He has, like, a big ass or
Booty.
something?
His
Why is he called
ass is
Booty?
incredible.
It's tight.
It's something to talk about.
Very
It's a
tight.
Well,
booty.
you
Yeah,
wouldn't.
it's a
Okay,
booty,
would you name
by
yourself
definition.
Big Cock Johnson if you didn't have a huge cock?
Unless you're like Biggie Smalls,
Yeah.
and you're like,
It's like an
Yeah,
ironic
like, that's
name.
a joke.
No, this
Kinda-
guy's
yeah, it's an
name is
so maybe,
100% just
Well,
like
it-
a
it could- he
genuine
could be
name. His
like
name's
Biggie,
Booty because his
long,
fucking
tiny
ass
penis.
Yeah,
is
the
so
Hank Hill ass.
incredible.
yeah.
There-
That's good. Can I see it? Like, does he have
you
pictures?
can't
No.
see it. It's like a
have to
camera
feel it.
doesn't do it justice.
Under
Yeah.
cloth. Under.
It's a feel
Oh, okay.
type deal.
It's insane.
Oh, it's instead of shaking his hand, he usually just
He
extends
just
his
goes,
ass.
take
and
a
he's
look
like,
at
yeah.
this.
He
Nice to meet you.
He
Booty.
says,
This is
put
my
your
calling
hands
card."
behind your head. And you do this, and then he twerks on you. And it's all. It's
that's
awesome.
really good.
And I think they pay him for that. I think they pay him a little extra for that. He doesn't like it. He
Yeah,
doesn't
Whoopi does
like
this
doing
to
it.
him,
He's
just
He
actually
cries
a very
the whole
modest
time.
guy.
Yeah.
He's actually very modest.
He
He's from
says,
Chicago. He's just a Midwestern guy. And
Hey, well, he's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, do your little
He
thing.
came
show
came
him
from
your
a-
big
dude,
fat
everyone.
ass.
He came from a Mennonite
Shake
background. Very traditional. Yeah.
He's from the farmlands, Illinois, and they're like,
Wubby
"Shake
took
that fat ass, bitch."
Wubby took those suspenders off of him and said, "You know what? You're not from fucking the
Earn
cornfields
your
anymore."
money, whore.
That-
Work for it.
And Booty shakes, you know.
Yeah, I
Booty
do feel
shake.
bad
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah.
but
He shakes.
Oh man, but as unattainable as Wubby is, great guy.
Yeah,
From what I've seen.
we should have him as a guest again one day.
When I've heard of him.
You know what I did?
Was he
I
a guest?
pulled him aside
Brian,
at
he's
the.
a guest.
I pulled him aside at the bar and I said, "You know what? I don't want to box you because."
You said that you're
You're
scared. You
pussy.
sized him up.
Yeah, no, I looked at him. I looked at him. No, he was just such a he's such a kind guy. I just couldn't feel like I could hit him with any malice in my heart, you know.
Be like punching John
And then,
Goodman
like
in the
now
face.
that I've gotten home, I've realized as a career decision, I should probably.
Oh fuck! What
Punch
did
him in the
I do? I'm a dead man.
Yeah, as a career decision, if I could get in the ring with a guy like 4 times as big as me, audience wise, I should. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
You fool.
Brian, have
You're
you
an idiot.
seen John Goodman in Oh Brother Where Art Thou? Because you would not be saying that.
He's the Cyclops from that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's a mean
Is he an
guy.
asshole
Yeah,
in that?
he's a
Mean guy.
racist
Aw.
too.
He's a racist. There's nothing worse than a mean guy that's physically imposing, but also
Yeah,
racist.
He beats those guys with a branch. He
Yeah.
like, bang,
Oh
beats
my
the shit out of
God.
them.
That's what I think of Wubby.
Yeah,
Is,
that he's
is
a
a-
big
is
racist
a-
cyclops.
Jeez. A racist. Yeah, a
You
racist.
see him in the ring,
Cyclops.
you tear his eye out, fucking rip his eye out of his head. You're like John Goodman now.
Yeah.
Okay, if I ever end up boxing him, is that what I should do? Is learn the Kill Bill
Yeah.
move where I fucking
Yeah.
pluck
Take
his eye out
Yeah.
and then pull out of my pants a fucking snake and throw it on the
Snake,
floor
yeah,
of the fucking boxing ring.
So you were like John Goodman, and now
might get
this
kicked out.
situation is like Kill Bill 2. And he'd be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I love those references.
As he's getting bit in the ankles. Yeah.
These references are so awesome."
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think I always thought
they call the
that
back
moment in
show,
that movie was such a weird moment because she like
I thought it was awesome.
The
yeah,
eyeball.
she snatches out her eye and there's like
Yeah.
no
It
music.
doesn't make
She's
any
just
sense.
screaming her heart out.
Mine.
It's just like kicking
Yeah.
around,
Yeah.
and it's very, it's like visceral. It's,
Yeah, it's gross.
It's what would happen if you were a badass and your
If you
eye
did
got
that, yeah.
your one eye got snatched out. You would be probably like, "Oh fuck!"
I kind of want to direct a movie that's like a corporate Wolf of Wall Street type movie. But then at
And
the
then just have that
crescendo
scene.
event, this guy with 2 eyeballs, yeah, the bad guy with 2 eyeballs shows up and he does a double snatch where he pulls both of it because this bitch with 1 eye is already like on like a kind of. You know, like she has to watch out for that 1 eyeball, you know, in case of pocket sand or something like that.
That shit is valuable.
But, you know, the 1 eyeball snatch, she should have been watching out for, to be honest.
It's
That's the first
expensive.
thing I would have gone for.
Deflected
I'd have an eye patch covering it just to make sure, with a little tiny hole
Yeah.
cut out so I can see through a straw.
Yeah.
Fiddle.
Because if you got 1 eye, you already got bad depth perception. You're not going to be able to guard
Yeah.
against an eye snatch. But a 2 eyeball snatch, that's a real master. That's a kung
I would
fu
have
master.
like nails coming out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I would get fake eyelashes put in. That would be like razor blades, like
I'd
concertina
be
wire.
blinking all the time.
Yeah.
So you just gotta close your eyes.
I would
to
put
deflect
eye
it.
drops in that were acid.
So
Maybe to
instead of
burn
that
their
scene-
fingertips.
Why would that one?
You know?
That scene in Wolf of Wall
burn
Street
your
where he's like
eyes.
crawling down the stairs towards his Lambo, it's because someone plucked both of his eyes out, not because the Quaaludes.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't fucking see.
Somebody grabbed
It's a
my
really
eyes.
long sequence of him
Jonah Hill
crawling.
yanked out my eyeballs. Fuck.
The
He
Jonah
thought- he
Hill
ate 'em, he
type
thought they were
character.
Quaaludes.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Did you know that Jonah Hill has the record for the most F-bombs dropped in any cinema movie ever with Wolf of Wall Street?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I thought it'd
Really?
be
How many times did
like
he-
Samuel Jackson?
Yeah, you would
Something.
think. Samuel Jackson, he's known for his expletives. Al Pacino, known for his expletives from Scarface. Nope. Jonah Hill, Wolf of Wall Street. It's like
When you bring that up, I swear to God, he says "fuck" after
yes,
every
like
sentence.
219
Yeah,
times
or
in like
multiple.
the movie. He says
Yeah.
the F word.
It
I don't
should've
even
been
want.
him in
I don't want to
Moneyball.
say it because how egregious of a word it is.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I knew YouTube.
Yeah,
I knew
new
YouTube. Yeah, it is.
I don't even think of that word.
Wait,
I think
we're
of other
talking
F
about
words.
right? Or
Yeah,
no?
frick.
Yeah,
Okay,
we are.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember Jonah Hill going to?
Yeah.
No,
When he,
not say-
yeah,
bleep that out.
that out.
Bleep
Stall.
that out.
at
Dude,
3
that out.
hours.
That was 4.
This is what happens in that
10.
Discord. Oh, dude. Okay, we gotta.
That was just 4.
Wait, this is 3 hours.
A bit.
And
Yeah, we
10 minutes
got
long?
it.
Yeah, this is really long.
I am having such
Okay,
a good
just
time.
end it
I
then.
want to continue this,
I know.
but we must
It's
end
because
it.
you drink. I gotta drink more. If this keeps going, I gotta
Yeah.
drink more. Keeps me
I-
hydrated. You know.
No, we should end this soon because
Should I
I'm now
keep
getting.
drinking these soju's every time we do a goddamn podcast?
Yeah.
I'm just revving up. I feel like we
You're gonna
could
be
go for
dependent
another
on it,
goddamn
though.
hour.
You're
This
gonna be
honestly
dependent
has
on
been a
it.
non-exhausting podcast.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't feel like this long at all.
I didn't
All right,
realize
everybody, do
what
a
time
little
it was.
right-handed, little dap up, little.
Right-handed.
We found the formula to podcasting.
Yes.
It's getting drunk.
It turns out it's
Lots of
alcohol.
beer and drink. Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
it's getting a normal amount of drunk and not way too drunk.
Yes, it's just the
Yeah.
perfect
Eye
amount.
contact.
Yes,
It's two people
A little
having
bit of
perfect
drunkenness
eye
and somebody.
contact.
the entire thing.
Dude, you look
It
fucked.
keeps me engaged.
You look
It
fucked.
makes me feel like
This
you're
is
talking right to me.
the most normal podcast I've ever done.
Yeah, dude, we
It
are.
doesn't
Dude,
get
mine
more
looks-
normal than this, dude.
You should just stare right at the
Dude.
camera when you do that
Dude,
podcast
you-
to those pig fuckers. Just look right
Yeah,
at the.
the big
Hey
fucker.
guys, it's me, General Sam. I fucking love cops
just
or
what I
whatever.
look like.
I love them. I don't fucking curse their name every time I get pulled over. You know, I pull over on the shoulder of the road, but not so close that they can't get fucking clipped
Yeah.
by oncoming traffic when they're fucking giving me a ticket or whatever. Yeah, I love cops.
Fuck yeah, dude, cap.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
thank
love
you
the
for your
show.
service.
Yeah.
I love Reno 911. I think that show rocks.
Oh, if they all wore booty shorts, I'd love them all.
If they were all an Officer Dangle type or whatever.
Which one's that? Is that
The guy with booty
or the-
shorts.
Yeah.
He's not
Yeah, he's
gay,
flamboyant.
Okay? He's the straightest
Yeah.
cop
Yeah,
ever.
yeah,
He's
just- yeah,
super
yeah.
straight, dude. He's got a mustache, goddammit. What was wrong
A
with
really
him?
straight one and a real big hog.
All right, Poob, if you thought one of us was gay, which one would it be? Me, you, or Brian?
I'm gonna look at the guy that I think is gay.
I don't like this game. I don't like this game.
Come on, man.
This guy with the pink fridge and the and the interior design skills. I don't want to play this game. I don't like this. This is not fun.
It'd be me, dude. It'd be me. Are you kidding me?
You, because you're long-term
There's
wife.
nothing.
Yeah, long-term wife.
And your
I
There's
children.
nothing
resent
gayer
her.
than having a wife
I
and
resent
kids.
her.
Yeah. It's
I
a
say,
secret.
what the hell is with that pussy you got, dude?
Yeah,
You should
not being
pop
able to
that
come.
thing inside out and grow some
You not being able
balls.
to come while
Yeah.
banging your wife is an indicator.
It looks like the thing. I don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't like the way it feels.
Why isn't this pussy in my ass right now? Is what
Yeah.
I say every time.
God damn
There's a way for me to come quicker.
Could you like
And I know how
somehow
to do it. You have to put it in my
put your
Abby.
pussy in my ass? I would
It's
come
called
so
pegging, and all the cool kids are doing it.
every single kid's doing it. Yeah.
Normal.
Yeah, but anyways, that's the end of episode fucking whatever.
Yeah,
This is Patron
Insane.
episode. Insane. Yeah, that was make believe, guys.
Yeah.
I am 100% heterosexual. All my friends can attest. All I talk about is boobs and stuff, right, guys?
boobs,
Really
and
into boobs,
big titties.
yeah.
Vaginas.
And a machine
He's
that
always talking
sucks your
about-
penis.
Yeah.
It's not a pussy.
I
but it sucks your
didn't buy a fucking what is that? The McPhee, whatever, fake mustache and put it over the top of its mouth. Archie
Groucho
McPhee.
glasses.
I didn't buy an Archie McPhee mustache and put it over its lips.
I thought you were talking about Abby's vagina. You put a little mustache. I was like,
Yeah,
what the
I put a mustache over
Bang it
Abby's pussy.
sideways.
Yeah.
Looks like my mouth if I go at this angle.
Yeah, but I don't do that because I'm so heterosexual.
No way. He's
In
too straight
for
for
that.
this was a joke.
Yeah, a joke, guys. My marriage is on the line.
You could, he's so straight. You could just put a sheet over Abby and just have a hole for the pussy, and he would get a
he
huge
would
erection.
love it.
Seriously,
That's
we
how
need to
straight
end
he
this
is.
though because I
Yeah,
have to DM
okay,
Booty
yeah.
and ask for like some of those aspects.
Yeah.
Are you going to be a Crater Clash, please?
I have to know if this guy's at Crater
I
Clash.
haven't had a good couple years.
You're going to be there, right?
Oh,
Okay.
man.
And it's really
when I
warm there.
saw him at the airport, it was like that song was playing, like Chariots of Fire or whatever. Where it's like we're running towards each other at the beach. And oh man,
I just
majestic.
kept imagining being his like
And I
fucking
was like,
chair in the flight.
Sam, don't fool yourself. He's taken. He's got a girlfriend. You know, he's got a girlfriend.
Oh shit!
And I'm married. What am I
I'm
saying?
married. What am I saying?
You know
Kids.
what? But hey, fantasies don't hurt
Fantasies
nobody.
ain't
It ain't
cheating.
illegal.
They say
It ain't illegal.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
that's what they say. But seriously, if
Yeah,
Abby ever sees this, I'm gonna have to fucking kill myself.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
we'll see. Bye.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Later.